Okay. All right. Okay. Hopefully the stream is live because I hit the live button. I don't want no issues. I don't want no problems. I want no trouble. This was insane. I ain't even did the intro. Okay, here we go.
I don't know.
We're here.
I don't want no twabble.
I don't want no trouble. I don't want no damn trouble. Boy, I tell you, PC Master Race. And Sir X-Man did hop in and the cameras just,
It's a thing of beauty. It really is a thing of beauty.
Oh my God. I just had to wait a few more minutes.
Let's go.
A few more minutes.
Great.
A few more minutes. All I had to do was wait a few more minutes.
Thank you, dude.
A few more minutes.
Never change. So X-Man, never change, brother.
A few more minutes. That's all I had to do. I had to wait a few more minutes.
You just called me at the house.
I did.
What are you talking about?
I did. But I thought that I was like, well, he'll come in a little bit. But I did.
Are we live? I hope we're live.
Yeah, we're live right now. Okay. Well, all right.
Delicious. Delicious.
Loke, how you doing? What's going on? I gotta move shit around
Loke is full of
I
crap.
gotta do this. What's going on, Loke? How you doing? Glad to be here. I got to move people's cameras around. Yeah, so here we go. God.
Great.
Okay, like I said, let's do cameras.
First off, I feel like I should pay you, camera. This is very entertaining. Thank you very much for doing this. It's 3:47 my time AM, and I'm very grateful to be here, just laughing at all the shenanigans on the GRG podcast.
Oh Lord!
Thank you to everyone. And Sir X-Man, you said
about
Rocky
a suck up.
Sir X-Man, you said Rocky City would get a 90 Metacritic score.
Oh my God! Yes, he's there for that.
I saw it.
Hold it.
Oh.
I wasn't happy about that, man. You know, some games you get excited for, and then they just disappoint you.
When I saw that score, I was just thinking, oh, I can't wait to talk to Sir X-Man about this.
I'm still going to try to play it. I'm still going to try to play it, man.
Of course you will. Of course you will. You're all about supporting the devs. Good on you, man. Good on you.
You know what? I'm gonna go mess.
Man, this has been a wonderful evening so
this
far.
This is tragic on all levels, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to OBS
fantastic.
And OBS and Discord 101 lessons on how to fix your screens. Thank you. Welcome. Ham Solo, how you doing, brother? I'm putting you in your box right now. Let everybody know what's going on with you.
Get me in my box, bro.
Put him in his place.
I'll give you your box. I'll give you your box. This shit gonna look sloppy. I don't care. I don't care.
It doesn't matter. You could say whatever you want. Slanderous right now. I'm having the time of my life right now. This is one of the most fun intros that I've seen. I think it was so perfect that you're having all them issues. You're starting your computer. I mean, I really hope you do get it fixed, because I'm one of the guys that convinced you to stay on camera. I was out here, you know.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not going on camera. Let's just get all out of here. I'll just do old school.
But hey, I'm happy you continued on with your thing and didn't go back to the old stuff, because I really do like your new format and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
It'll smoothen out.
It'll smooth out.
But the early stages are always fun. They're always fun, and it's wild. And Sir X-Man came.
Right when I did.
You know,
I'm having PC.
He came into the party just
the only one.
as we'd expect. He came in just as we'd expect. He released the Mogwai before he even came in.
Please, there's Mogwais there, ladies and gentlemen. Put the Mogwai out there.
He already hopped in. He's already hopped in.
As they said in South Park the movie, Bill Gates, you said you were gonna give us the greatest format for PC ever. Boom, right in the head.
Okay, I don't know what the hell that is, but
you never saw South Park the movie?
Oh yeah, I have.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Oh my
goodness!
Sir X-Men up here at the top. Yeah. That's a long time.
With
And that's
Anyway.
when he said Windows XP was
Satan,
the
right?
greatest.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yep. Satan and
And,
Saddam.
Yes, Saddam.
Invisible
oh my
Dark.
God.
Dark is invisible right now. It's all right. It's
That
all
love
good.
scene, man.
We'll eventually
Legendary.
find him. I don't know where he's at, but Dark,
He's
what's going on with
putting that pony in
There he
his
is.
place.
you? Yeah,
I'm
but
here.
he should only be heard, never seen. Never seen.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's
Wow.
going on, Dark? Yeah, put your
He's galloping around
stand
right now.
ass in your place, sucker.
Flip
in your
flop.
place.
Flip flop.
I'm over here
I'll just
messing
wait
up the
until everybody just shuts up.
gameplay. Just get man. Anyway, what's going on with you, Dark? How you
Game
doing?
again, but shut up anytime soon.
What's up, man? You know, happy to be here.
Are
Ready to
you?
get into the show? I mean, I am, but you know, it took a while for us to get ready. But yeah, I mean, I'll go on cam pretty soon.
Okay. What you doing? Sound like you snorting a little. On some on that White
my
House.
God.
What's
What are you
happening?
doing right now, Kick Nigga?
Some
What are you
booger sugar.
doing? Some
What's
booger
that?
sugar.
Oh man, that
I'm not
booger
sure
sugar.
this
I
is
mean,
the
is that what we
Xbox,
talking about,
man.
man? That
Some-
white
Some white girl.
lines. Yeah. I mean, you know that Christina Aguilera. I mean, you know, it's all good.
We got some of that fragile.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Man.
Oh man. All right. Good
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
Who else have I forgot? If I got anybody, okay, no. I'll find Loke again. I don't know where Loke is right now. I'll find put him
I'm
He's
here.
in
What are you talking about?
Zimbabwe.
No. I'll talk about your camera. I gotta find Loke again. I don't know. So he's gone. But okay.
No.
All
Well,
right.
give me a
Everyone knows-
second.
dude,
I'm gonna
I'm doing-
switch. I'm gonna switch my voice over to the Xbox, dude. I'm gonna go over there.
Yeah, Megan.
Oh
Just-
Lord.
No,
Yeah,
the
man, I
don't
can't
go
do the
nowhere
Discord,
else.
dude. What's wrong with you?
Oh.
Yeah, Megan. I can't do anything on
Looking
video
at-
right
he
now.
just left it and messed up the camera. God
Oh shoot! Oh.
You can't pay for this type of
Don't ever-
content.
Yeah, you just
just like,
Oh,
why
man.
did he leave? Why? I'm
Like
not
and
even messing with
subscribe,
nothing until he
everyone.
comes back.
This happens
I-
every week. Like and subscribe.
No, this ain't going to happen every week. This is going to be
my
done
God,
this
that's
week. After this week,
fantastic.
I
You
Oh,
can
man.
send
Why
the
did he
stuff to
leave?
it, ladies and gentlemen.
why did he leave?
He said he was going to the Xbox. I don't know, man. He's just like,
Oh my God, that was ridiculous.
Just
I don't know
decided
why
to just
he-
get the.
I don't know why he just. I don't even know why he just even left. Like, that was
Why?
just-
Karen, we
I love how you're
we
asking
got
us
technical
as if we
difficulties.
live with the man.
We got people difficulties. I don't know why did he. I'm just gonna get on Xbox, dude. Why you didn't start on Xbox? Oh sh. All right. Anyway, I'm waiting for him to come. I'm waiting for him to come here. You right, Purge. This is GRG, man. At his best right now. No, this isn't. But this is. Oof. Okay. All right. Well, I don't even know. I don't even know. I gotta find Loke. Holy.
Bro.
This is insane.
This is crazy.
Oh, man.
That man just
What?
went ahead and
I'm
bounced
doing-
out.
I'm doing my content for my OnlyFans. I can't be on camera. I done said this already.
Here's
How
this.
many times I have to say it?
I found.
And
I
these are
found
the
Loke.
kind of outtakes you gotta.
Oh, you gotta live with this. You gotta take. You
I
gotta
mean,
take this.
oh my God,
You
this
gotta take
is-
this. I gotta take this
is
L.
Patreon quality.
I gotta take this L
This is
tonight. I gotta
this
take
is
this L.
Patreon quality right now.
I gotta take this L.
Oh my God.
Badly.
Whose camera's loading? Oh, that's Ham. Ham's camera's loading.
No,
Oh,
no, my camera's fine.
I gotta.
It's loading in
Okay.
Texas.
Yeah. Texas of Wakanda. Anyway, all right, man.
You
Okay,
wish
hold
you
on.
lived
There's
here.
Loke.
Ham.
There he
You
is, right
wish you
there.
lived here.
It was right under me. Get out of here. 2K
Right
niggas
under
is-
you, sir.
Yes, sir. No pause.
No pause. He said full
No
go.
pause.
He said resume. He said resume.
We don't play like that around here. No, sir.
Oh my god. This is
And where is
the
he at?
most messy.
Where's Sir X-Men at? He said he was coming right there, man. Your Xbox is right there, bro. What do we do? Oh my god! And when I get Logan here and get a place, he's gonna pop.
I would just go with the show, man. Like this.
Oh my god, man!
I can't wait.
I should not have called him. I should have not called him. I shouldn't have called him.
I cannot wait.
I shouldn't have called him. I told him, hey man, just come on through, man. We're running late as it is. I'm having driver issues and stuff. And I called him. I told him, come on.
Can we get some super chats coming for all this mid content right
here? Okay. All right. Okay. Bro.
All this mid.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. I got at least Ham is in two different states right
podcast. Now. That's what it is.
It is mid mega. You are not lying, bro. It is mid mega right now. Anyway,
mega
I guess we better get to our topic because this shit right here, because I know once when I do this, it's gonna pop right back because Sir X-Man's gonna eventually come out of the woodwork and turn this shit all crazy. But okay, let's
come out of the bushes like.
Yeah, I kind of don't even want to talk bad about PlayStation anything right now because you know what I'm saying, because the way this shit is running right now, oh my goodness, I gotta get done. All right, so let's talk about let's go ahead and talk about Xbox situation. Let's talk about the rumor about the $40, which I've seen a lot of people took it down, and on top of that, the $40 family plan is in another country, so therefore in other places other places of the world that the price is not going to reflect that $40. So I don't know if since people started deleting that, did that turn into where that was
South
false?
Africa.
Huh? Oh yeah, it's included in South Africa. They didn't forget about that. Yes. The family plan coming to South Africa.
Xbox knows that the Africa exists, unlike certain other platforms. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. So we'll just carry on. Anyway, but on top of that, then Xbox is also now withdrawing the dollar startup to get on Game Pass, and they're also they took away the rewards, the daily awards, and the awards that you can get for playing all different type of games. It's all going to be directed to Game Pass. I've seen some people not be very happy about it, and on top of that, I even said to myself, like, I mean, I hope when they make a statement about it, it's not just PR talk. Give us a legitimate reason. And you know, just be forthright. I mean, if it's got something to do with because of the ABK deal, and they feel like, you know, we can crank up the price a little bit or whatever the case may be. I just don't want anything to be stated to just come out and just be flat. I would think that we would get a good explanation. But since Loke, you're up in the wee mornings of Texas, Wakanda, Texas, so we need to go ahead and let you go first, brother. What do you think about all this news coming from Xbox? Is it encouraging? Is it discouraging? Where are you at?
First off, family plan being announced for South Africa for me is fantastic. I'm happy as fuck. People that live in this region and others that usually get neglected, we're kind of used to just being the last one getting stuff, whether it's games, services, etc. This is a very welcome turn of events, and I hope it continues. Not because I don't want the US or Europe to have stuff, but I hope that with the data they collect during the next 3 months, it can reinforce that certain services or games, just give them to everyone. Okay, we have internet in Africa. We have people that are interested in utilizing said internet. So just give everyone. Don't just go with UK, US, Japan day one. No, make it available for the whole planet, and we will engage. The second thing about the $1 Game Pass thingy, dude, no one I know that has an Xbox use that $1 thing. on a consistent basis. It's just a one and done deal, and then I never thought about it. They never thought about it. I didn't even get a chance to get the $1 deal to sample it because I got Game Pass day one. As soon as they announced it, I did the basic arithmetics. I was like, dude, of course I'm getting this thing. So I didn't even try the $1 thing. So my level of indifference about the cancellation is, I don't know. I don't think anyone doesn't care as much as I don't care. What was the third part? Sorry.
About the reward system. About like the rewards is now going to
Oh my
be
God.
redirected to just Game Pass games only, not to all games.
So I see this as a conspiracy theorist. This for me is Microsoft pivoting to try, not to try, but to implement Xbox rewards for everyone, everywhere, all at the same time. That's all.
Okay. Let me read the super chat. You are absolutely right. The super chat does work. Viper, miss you, man.
Something works.
Yeah, I know. Thank goodness that works. Anyway, this succulent and juicy podcast is exclusive anywhere Game Pass exists. Yes, and you know what they would call this podcast right now because of all this stuff? Anybody would know? Anybody have an idea what this would be called if this was a Game Pass exclusive?
Flop recognizes flop.
Stop it, fodder. It would be Game Pass fodder. That's what it would be today. That's how we was going. But you know what I'm saying. Your disrespect is not delicious. Anyway, your slander is horrible. Anyway, so that's crazy as hell. Anyway, but go ahead, Lo. Please continue. There you go. And there you go.
I knew it. I knew it. Oh, let's go.
I love it. I love it.
Discord's even down on the Xbox right now.
Why did you switch?
There you go, Sir X-Man.
Why did you switch it all?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to hear that. I wanted to hear that smooth K Mega voice in my good earbud.
What's happening right now? What's happening?
Did he just get Stop the cap. Smooth.
What are we talking about?
Smooth as sandpaper. That's how K Mega sounds.
Oh my God. Please continue while I'm over here adjusting. I didn't think he was coming back. I thought he was going forever.
As for the reward points, I'm choosing to look at this as a optimist. My conspiracy theory hat is on, and I think this is Xbox trying to give Xbox rewards to everyone around the world. That's all.
Okay, if that's what you really think, all right.
Okay, well, Sir X-Man, what is your thoughts?
About what? I just got here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I mean, you did comment as though you was listening. But okay, so the whole Xbox family plan situation, the taking the dollar entryway, the startup entryway away, and also the rewards system is being revamped a little bit. So you get points for playing Game Pass games, not regular games. What do you think about all of that? Is that discouraging to you?
Okay. Y'all have had the dollar plan for 6 years. 6 years it's been available. So, eventually it was going to go just like the deals with, join so-and-so for $6 for $1 for 6 months. It goes away eventually. It had to go sometime. And on the family plan, ain't nothing you can do about it. It gets here when it gets here. I'm just being on the real. When it gets here, you better appreciate it. And I hope you got five people to take advantage of the situation.
Sure. All right, that's it.
I had the family plan for $99 for just regular Xbox Live for one whole year. I had me, my kids, and my ex-wife on it. So, that was still a good deal back then. So It's a good deal.
Okay, so I should ask you this question. I should have asked Loke this question. So, for the family plan, what do you think the price is, the sweet spot is for the price? I've asked this question before, but what do you think is the sweet spot? Because I've seen some people say that, because of the rumor of it being $40, that's just too much. What do you think is the actual price that it will be, and what is the right price you think that's good for you?
Believe it or not, y'all gonna call me crazy, but 25 to 30, it's a fine area because you're getting 5 of them, which is $15 a piece. So 25 to 30 would be a good deal. Like I said, if you have 5 people, you have to have 5 people for it to be worth it.
Wait. Wait, what was your suggested price?
$25 to $30.
You all right. Okay.
See what I'm saying? You're getting 5 people, which is, if you did it by yourself, is $15 a piece.
You said 25 to $30?
Yeah, 25 or $30 for 5
That's
people.
way too low. I would say they're probably gonna do like $50.
Nah, I can't.
Oh,
I can't do
50?
that. I can't.
For 5
Damn,
people?
50?
For 5 people? Are you kidding me?
No.
Hell yeah, they'll do that.
That's
Nah,
it.
you just
Damn.
don't want us
Okay.
having
All right.
You just
yeah.
don't want us having the better deal than you guys for being $7
guarantee you
more.
they will.
That's all. I know what it is. We get 5
it's
people.
going
We
to
still
be
get
about
one for
$50.
18.
It's going to be about $50. I'm telling you that right now.
It's not going to
Yeah,
be $50. It's
not. It's gonna be about
$25 in other
$25 to
countries, dude.
$30.
Okay,
It's
so
not going to be 30. It's
let
not
me
going
go
to be
to
$30.
let's go to Ham on this one next. Oh, well, before I get to
can't
Ham,
wait.
Loke, let me ask you, what is the perfect price range and for you that you think that would be acceptable for Game Pass family? Stepped away or he fell asleep. All right. Okay, Ham, it's your go.
My goodness. Bless this mess, right?
That's it.
God bless.
But anyways, yeah. So Wario on Twitter yesterday put out a post talking about this and showed, at first he showed that it was going to be about $40. Then he showed another picture of a screenshot of the New Zealand price of it, which was $40. New Zealand, things are more expensive there than they are here. I think it's gonna be around $30. That's it.
You think it's going to be around $30?
Okay. $30 max.
All right, I got the camera, people, ladies and gentlemen. Now y'all can sit there and y'all can enjoy. Okay. All right, I got
You can
everybody
sit
in
and
play.
enjoy.
Yeah,
Everybody else been
enjoy.
chilling.
I know. I'm over here sweating bullets over here. Like, so you saying $30? Okay, but what about the other situations with like the dollar startup and the game and only getting points for playing Game Pass games instead of the old traditional way where you just play anything?
What's that?
Oh, you didn't hear what I said?
No.
Oh, what? Okay. Don't tell me that my sound is tripping out.
No, your sound is
I
fine.
heard
I
you.
just didn't hear nothing.
Oh, okay. All right. So the dollars.
To be quite frank, I was reading Yobi's message in the chat where he said he bets Dark Optimus $50. That
he said I'll send you $100 if
no, bet him $100. Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be under 50.
He got distracted because of Yobi's comment.
I don't bet, okay?
I'm sure
You
you don't.
He ain't got no job, man. He can't make no bets.
That is not the case. I just don't bet. I don't even go to Vegas, motherfucker. So there you go.
I bet you don't with those takes. I wouldn't bet either.
No, I wouldn't bet on that at all.
I mean, it ain't gonna be no
bro.
$50. That's outrageous.
I can't see that. I can't see that. But okay, but Ham, the games that for Game Pass games that are going to that when normally you would get those points for playing anything, they're taking those away and they're putting them only on Game Pass games. Do you like that? You have a problem with it whatsoever? Do you think that that was a fail on their part, on Microsoft part, or what? What do you think?
You're talking. So you're talking about the Microsoft points. You're only going to be able to earn those through Game Pass games, right?
Yeah, through Game Pass, right?
Okay, so I just wanted to double check that that I heard that correct. So yeah, I think that is something. I mean, I guess it doesn't bother me, to be real, because I have Game Pass and everything like that, and it's. I'd say from a business standpoint of where they're at, it's brilliant. It gives people it directly pushes you into, you want money from us? Well, I guess you're gonna have to, have some sort of service. We're not out here just giving money to everybody for everything. So I mean, it just kind of circumvents people back into their kind of services and the products that they got. So I mean, it's a smart idea. They're just using Game Pass as a tool to create revenue in all sorts of different types of ways. Can't knock the hustle. And like I said, it doesn't really bother me because half the time that a game shows up on there and like I don't own it or something like that, I'm like, well, I guess I'm not getting those points. Whatever. So this is probably more beneficial for me, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be real. It's probably more beneficial for me.
Okay,
I don't
so
own
let's go
every
to
game. So sometimes a game shows up and you're just like, oh man, I can't get those points.
Right. No, I mean,
I ain't gonna
don't
buy
look
it
at
to
it.
get points. I'm gonna lose money.
Yeah, no, I don't look at it as bad as a lot of people were trying to make it out to be. Now I am
Anything
but I do,
Xbox says is bad, right? It's
right,
just
pretty
terrible.
much. But I do the dollar startup thing I'm not tripping about at all. But I just want to hear an explanation in more detail of explaining what their forward direction is going. I know that they've already kind of explained what they're going to do, and they're not going to revert back. But it's the thing of, okay, so this is why we're doing this, because we're working on we're going to have a bigger portfolio that's going to be available for Game Pass users, and so when we feel like all the content that we're going to be pushing out, that this is where you're going to want, this is where you want to be. So this is where we think our plan is good for. So I'm not tripping about that aspect of it. I just want to kind of hear something from them. So Dark, okay, to you, you're saying $50. I don't know if you're over on your Greg Miller tonight or not. but I need to know if you really do feel that way. Give us an explanation why $50 would be the sweet spot. And people in the chat, please let me know what is the sweet spot for you guys as well, of where you would like the family plan to be going forward. So and then everything else that we were talking about, that the dollar startup and the reward points going strictly only to Game Pass games. What do you think about all that?
I look at it like this: $50 is still a good deal if you have 5 people, right? That's still a pretty good. Plus, I also think that Game Pass is going to go up in price. I think once they do this plan, that's probably when it's going to go up in price. That's why I'm saying the $50. I know people are going to get mad about that. I know people are going to be like, "Oh, you're crazy. You're a freaking nut." No,
you're correct. I'm right here.
I'm just telling you right now. The pricing of Game Pass is going to go up. I don't know when, but it is going to go up. So prepared for it. If you don't feel like you're getting, which I doubt that'll ever happen, because I even think if they go up to, like 20, I don't think they'll go past have
Okay.
just one single person on Game Pass, I think it'll be like, I don't think it'll go past that. Honestly, if it ever does, I'd be pretty shocked about it. But yeah, I don't see them sustaining the ability to keep these games in Game Pass without, you know, getting a little bit more money. You know, getting a little bit more, especially when things are going in price in all aspects. So I could see them putting, you know, putting more, you know, I would say they would probably give you a little bit more of an incentive when they start doing that anyways. Like they'll probably be like, you know, if you want, they'll probably do something. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they'll probably do something if the price goes. But it's gonna happen eventually. It's not gonna stay at $14.99 or $9.99 for forever. Just not gonna happen. If it does, kudos to them. If they think that they're making enough money off of that, then kudos to them. But I just don't see. I see them actually. Um, if with the family plan, I that at that point still be a pretty cheap price. At $50. Maybe, and I'm not saying it's going to be right away $50. I'm just saying eventually it might be $50. Out the gate, it might be like 40 or maybe even 35 or something like that. But eventually, like everything else, goes up. So just don't be surprised if that actually happens. If it doesn't, then great, awesome, good for you guys.
Does anybody else have any thoughts about what Dark is saying? Because I mean, I think
I got pushback.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that's what. Yeah, what's your pushback?
My pushback is no one's paying $600 a year Game Pass. No one's doing that. It's not going to be no $50 a month. That's, to me, that's like the suggested 40 or well, Dark, keep this in mind. As I said earlier, things are more expensive in New Zealand. The price that was shown was for New Zealand. Why would it be more here? Loke already talked about on our show, I'm not sure if you were there earlier, but he talked about on our show earlier how Game Pass is cheaper in Mozambique than it is here in America.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. It's gonna be different prices in countries, of course. It's gonna
Why would it go up higher here?
I'm not
when
saying
prices there are more expensive.
All I said that eventually it could go to 50.
Well, eventually, yeah. I guess. Eventually, gas could be.
Do you think
$10
I'm sitting here thinking that PlayStation isn't going to go up? Of course, PlayStation is going to go up in their pricing.
I didn't say anything about PlayStation.
I
was thinking it.
Yeah, of course you were. Yeah, of course, everybody's thinking it. It's
What's
PlayStation
happen.
Have
to do with I'm literally just talking about this.
PlayStation wasn't even on my mind on this topic.
I'm talking about pricing. Pricing goes up, right? So it's going to go up either way, even if you look at it as a deal or not. Eventually Game Pass will go up. Unless they feel like they can sustain with just the $9.99 a month or the $30 a month for the family plan or whatever, they think that they can just sustain that and continue to do that. Kudos to them. But if they see a direction where they can make more money, they're going to take it. They're going to do it. So just don't be surprised if it happens. That's all I'm saying.
Well, then I feel like we're off the topic of what K-Mega's talking about, and we're just talking about the future of Game Pass. We're not talking about the family plan that's coming out.
He didn't even talk about the dollar being removed.
I mean, if he did, listen, I don't even think nobody really cares about the dollar situation except for the people that we're talking about.
No, I don't.
Yeah, because nobody. If you've already invested in the Game Pass, you can't do the dollar again.
Already. Honestly, I think they had it for too long already. I think they should have stopped that
for real though. They did.
They had it
6
way
years
too
a long time. Like I said, if you hadn't gotten it by now.
And I know people who had the freaking dollar for years. Like even got it beyond than they should have. You know, like that's how much they got that freaking. That's how long they got it for. So, I mean, it's just I just feel like it's just gonna depend on where they feel like they're gonna make more money. Yeah. I mean, you got to remember these companies are all in it for the money, man. That's just what they are.
What just happened? What just happened? Loke left.
Yeah, Loke was just like he's had enough.
Nah, Loke usually does that. He bounces out and then comes back in.
You got the messiest panel of all time.
I got the messiest panel of all time.
Dark is talking about this freaking.
I might have to go on the Streamlabs or something like this, man, because this ain't it right here. But anyway, okay. Even if you lock it in using OBS, it's not locking. It's not locking. All right.
It's unfortunate.
This is unfortunate. Fortunate. Okay. Me myself personally, I can't even take myself seriously when I'm trying to talk about this. I can't. I'm on two goddamn different sides of the other thing.
Oh God, he got the giggle flu.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't take myself seriously. Okay, so only thing what I gotta say on this is that when you I don't $25 is definitely the sweet spot. $30 is definitely should be the max. Here in the United States. I don't know how much it will be in other places, countries, but $30 I think would be fine. $40 is stretching, but thank you, Viper.
We want the other guy back.
There you go.
Thank you. No, we don't. We don't want nobody else back. Just stay away. Thank you, Viper, for saving the day. All right, everybody got back in play.
Never thought I'd ever hear you say that out your mouth. Thank you, Viper. Wow.
Thank you, Viper. Because I was like, I do not want to mess with this again. I promise I'm probably going to have to make some changes coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Anyway, I'm gonna still try to keep holding on to Discord on this because I really do like Discord, but my God.
Yeah, they're being stupid today.
Well, no, I mean it's just in and out. I think that though for $40, and I made the point, like if it is $40, 5 people, that's $8 a person. That's still cheaper than what you were paying individually. Now somebody after I made that comment, they came at me and they said, well, what if you got 5 kids? Well, hold on. First off, let's make this point. If you sound like old dude from Total Recall, man, I got 5 mouths to feed. I'm thinking Quado with that little hand. Quaid. Anyway, but if you got 5 kids and they all got their own televisions and they all got their own consoles, then $40 shouldn't be a problem for you. I mean, I'm just saying, like that ain't no problem. That should be no problem at all. But if you got, let's say that you have 5 children and you over here doing, you have the opportunity to have all of those games. And if you don't, then you could share, and then the kids can pick and choose when who plays what, when they play whatever. There's always different alternatives, and it's not like like you are forced to have the family plan. You know what I mean? Like it's not like locked down to where you have to get the family plan. You can always stick to paying month to month, paying the $9.99. I think it's what $8.99, and then you got a $9.99. Now, what I think would be really, really beneficial, is if they have a lower tier. If they have these 3 tiers, if they have the regular tier, and if they bump that up, a couple of dollars, they have a lower tier, and then they have the family plan. If they can have three different tiers, I think that's the winning strategy overall. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yo, I'll tell you real quick.
Hmm?
Somebody was talking about the whole 5-kid thing.
Hmm?
I don't know. Maybe they're looking for that super cheap plan with the commercial and ads in.
Oh, the $3 plan we heard talked about.
Yeah, if you got that many kids, hey,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
The one
So
that
it's
got
just like
commercials.
you'll figure it out. You'll
Yeah.
figure it out. If you got 7 kids, you'll figure it out.
You goddamn right, you'll figure it out.
And let me tell you something as well. My daughter's 5 years old, and I can tell you, she's probably not going to care anything about like gamer score unless like I really get in. Like nobody cares about gamer score really as a, a casual gamer and stuff like that. They're like, they want like usually when a casual gamer is bringing on like a child or bringing on like a friend to come over and play the game, they're handing them their stuff off of their account, and they do not care. Nobody cares for that kind of stuff. The only thing they care about is if they got if you can get multiple save slots or not. That's the big deal.
That's it.
That's the big deal because it's like, hey,
yeah,
because the old classic thing that we used to do is, hey man, you better not save over my data. You better not overwrite my save. You can play, don't overwrite my save. Remember, D said that she lost all of her Grand Theft Auto game,
all of her stuff, right? Yeah,
her boyfriend's her friend's boyfriend or whatever came over to play the game. I remember D told me that story, and it's just and she threw me back to classic times where it's just like, man, somebody come over and start a new game of college football and save it right over your dynasty that you're like 10 years in.
You be ready to kill somebody.
Right, man. That's wasted life right there. Like when you just like, oh my God, yeah, that's waste.
I remember those days with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all had one memory card. Y'all made it work, right?
Yeah.
No,
yeah, you made it work.
No, I told him he needed to stay off my shit.
Well, I mean,
damn, how old? What was the age difference?
I know. I
mean, there must have been an age difference, or else there's fighting.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, so the age difference between me and my brother is 14 years.
Oh, okay. Well, come on
shit.
now. Come on now. That
damn.
I mean, when he was 5 years old, you were in college, or you were like college of college age. So he ain't gonna smack you upside the head and tell you to go
right,
kick rock.
yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? Until he gets a grown man and you an old bastard like right now. He might want to put hands on you now though. Like he might be good, young and ready. So you
could have gave him a daddy whooping. He would have listened to you like so.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I say that because my brother is 13 years older than me, so I know exactly what that situation is like. Your brother is your brother looks at you as like probably like inspiration and that kind of stuff because you're so far apart in age, stuff like that. Like the way you look up to them is different.
And your parents was, and that's great. Your parents are still getting busy. You know what I'm saying? After that, you know what I'm saying? Like they were like, nah, man, let's work on another one, baby. Woo, let's go. Dance off. Get it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Viper, glad that you're here to save the cameras. Thank you so much.
Me and K-Meg are the only ones on camera.
Yeah, we're the only ones on camera. Like, I mean, everybody's like, whatever. But
you at least still see my picture. Come on.
Yeah, no. Everybody can see y'all's like logo. So I mean, it's all good. Like, I mean, I'm sure when I start eventually having guests come back onto the show, then there's not going to be everybody that's going to have a camera. So it is what it is. That's why, it's the point of just.
I wanted to use my camera, but I had technical problems. Wasn't nothing I could do, bro.
I got technical problems in my stuff, and my camera's on, sucker. and I'm looking like extra. I got it like extra wide.
Right.
I didn't. Even,
Let 'em
I had it
know.
in perfect. I had it in
Let
perfect, so
'em
you
know.
can see my new slim self. But I'm extra wide now. Look at it. I look like I'm this long right here, this wide.
Man, remember, you
God
was
dang.
extra wide even before the camera.
Nah, bruh. Nah, son. Nah, son. Let
Oh,
people see.
dang.
Let's see Slim Mega coming here, man. I'm on my way anyway. Oh man. But yeah. So Viper. Okay. Before we move on to the next topic, what is your initial thoughts about the situation going on with the $40 plan? If that's the case, I don't know. What do you think is the actual family plan is going to cost here in the United States, or just overall? And everything else that's regarding to the reward system change up and the dollar startup going away.
Okay, so starting with the dollar, hopefully I'm coming in clear because I'm driving, but the dollar thing it needs to be over because, come on, that was introductory. And just like Sir X-Men said, it was for 6 years. So if you haven't gotten in by now, well, sucks to be you. I mean, we got 30 million people on Game Pass, and people love it. And by word of mouth, this thing is growing. And so, if you are still on Game Pass after that $1 deal, I mean, Microsoft is going to keep you. This $1 deal doesn't affect you. Now, for brand new people coming in, maybe with this new $3 plan with the commercials and stuff, maybe that's going to entice people to come in. And yeah, we don't need the $1 deal then because it's going to be $3 a month for this. Maybe. I don't know what the actual thing is, but yeah, we don't need this introductory thing again. But I think Sir X-Men brought this up sometime last week, or I don't know if it was somebody else. But there was someone did make the comment that it could be that you get 14 days free of Game Pass Ultimate anytime that you like a promotional thing, so you get 14 days for free. I'm not
1 month.
sure. 1 month?
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't want to do. They wouldn't want to do that, huh?
They've done it before.
For the 1 month?
Yeah, Microsoft has done 1 month and 3 months before, even on 360. They've done it before.
I don't know how much they're willing to lose on that, though.
That's just like these other things that give you a test to see if you like it. And if you like it, you keep it.
Okay, so you remember when you got either a certain game or a console back in the Xbox One days, and you got the 14-day trial for Xbox Gold Live? So,
Yeah.
so you got the 14-day trial, and then if you wanted to keep it, you kept on paying for it. I'm thinking they're going to do the same thing with Game Pass. So you'll get your trial like you did with Gold, and then I think they'll go from there. We don't need the $1 thing anymore because it's either 14 days or the $3 plan if it's $3. And then in terms of the price, I feel like $25 to $30 is reasonable. That is the sweet spot. And in addition, yes, I'm gonna agree with Dark for a little bit of what he said.
What?
There's going to be a rise in price, but not yet. Microsoft stated during this ABK deal they're not raising prices on certain things just yet. So expect Game Pass Ultimate and regular Game Pass and Game Pass PC to rise in price 2024, maybe 2025. That's what I think. Because right now, it would be too stupid of them to raise the price of Game Pass while this ABK deal is going on. Once it's completed, that's when they can go ahead and say, all right, we're going to raise the price by $5. So regular Game Pass is 15, Game Pass Ultimate is 20, family plan 30, maybe 35. And then that will be in like 2024 or maybe 2025.
Yeah, I can see January 1st them trying to implement that. for a whole
Yeah,
year. That way people get the feel of the new games that they put out for this year and that are out to incentivize people to keep Game Pass. I can see that if they raised it like that.
Yeah.
yeah. But do you really think after Christmas they're gonna do it right there on January 1st? I wouldn't think that. I would
They
think
usually do stuff around summer, like when
yes,
games. Yeah, like they
exactly.
don't usually do stuff like during the holiday season or even around tax time. They kind of wait until the summer because that's kind of like, I don't know. That's just, I guess, because a lot
Well,
of people
actually,
may not be paying
you
attention.
just brought it up. That
Mhm.
that would be a good thing. Tax time, because they know people gonna get their tax refunds. So, what's the best time to bring up the price? You're getting your refund. Here's a little bit of extra going to Game Pass.
We have another PC Master Race coming into the fold, ladies and gentlemen. 108 Dragons just said he's gonna pull the trigger on that 4090. Listen, man, life is different with that 40 series, man. I don't know about the 4070. I don't know about that. I can't talk about the 4070, but I can talk about that 4080, 4090, baby. But
I'll wait to upgrade when it comes to a 5090 or a 6090. I'm still keeping my 3090 Ti for now.
Well, see, and that was the thing right there. Quickly before, so we can move on to the next topic. I just want to make this point. This is why it made sense for me, is because I still had the 20 series. I had a 2070. And then before I gave the PC to Yobi, I exchanged it with my son, and then so he had a 2060, which was pretty funny. And so then he's like, "Oh, let me get that 2070," and I was like, "Well, what you got?" Because I still thought he had like one of them older. And he was like, "No, I got a 20 series, I got a 2060," and I was like, "Ain't that funny? That's very ironic." But anyway, so I gave them that, and then I gave Yobi the PC, and I put the 2060 in there. But that was the thing. What they were saying is like, if you got the 20 series, then it would make sense to make that leap because it's going to be years before you make another leap. But the people who has the 30 series cards, you know, if you are a person that's like with TVs or like with consoles or anything like that, like if you're just one of those people that just like to get upgrade every couple of years, then of course. But for other people that look at things like, you know, a little bit more rational, if you got the 30, what is it? The 3090? Is that the highest one, I think? Then
yeah, I got the 3090 Ti right now.
Yeah, if you got the 3090 Ti, then it just doesn't make any sense to jump up, even though that it's from the not to a 4070. If you're going to jump up from a 3090, then it's best to just jump up to the 4080 or the 4090. Probably most likely the 4090. The 4090 is overkill. That shit is overkill. The 4080 does amazing stuff as is, and I'm very happy with it. So, but like I said, I got my 4080 on a deal. It was that's why I drove to Texas to get it. Because it was the same price as the AMD's high. It was like 1,051 for my 4080. So I was like, because I was going to risk it all and get the 4090, but because I was playing stuff that was available that was on a 49, I'm like, oh goodness, this is stupid. But then I seen like playing stuff with the 4080. I was like, okay, I see that there's still a big difference, but there's not like a substantial difference between the 4070. So it's pretty crazy. All right, so let me stop. All right, you're right. You know what, Other Zinc? The 4090 can run The Last of Us, but it still has its problems, bro. The Last of Us is very, very, very broken. We will talk about that, but let's move on and let's talk about E3. I don't know, man. It breaks my heart. I knew something was up. Like Infamous hit me up, and a couple other people hit me up, saying, "Hey, did you hear anything?" And I was like, "No, I haven't heard anything yet." And that was last month. And I'm like, that's not normal, because if you've gone to E3 before, they usually hit you up right after a couple of months after E3, but E3 hasn't happened in the last couple of years. So therefore, most of us was expecting like maybe for the early people that they, maybe for people who's been going multiple times and got a good standing, probably in December, but definitely in January where you hear something. Didn't hear anything. And then I was like, okay, February. But then I said, I was saying it to my wife. I said, if we don't hear anything after GDC or right during the end of GDC, I don't know if they're going to have a show. And sure enough, week after, well, not really a week, but after GDC was over, you still didn't hear anything. I started really panicking. Oh, damn. And I already got my plane ticket. I had a reservation for a hotel, but I canceled the hotel. But my plane, I was already had that paid for, ready to go. So yeah. So I mean, I have to eat that. But I mean, I'm going. Me and my wife are going on a trip in September. So so I can use that. I mean, it's not like I just ate that money, but it's a trip to think that the vendors started backing out, things started happening like pretty quick, and you just wasn't hearing anything from them like you normally would. That to me is where I was just kind of like, man. I think Gas was posting something on Twitter, and I told Gas, I was like, yeah, I'm because I just don't think it's going to happen. And then sure enough, the next day they sent the letter to me saying that, look, they canceled at this time. So my question to the panel, and I'll start off with you on this one. Dark, since you stay in LA.
Here we go.
Yeah. Is E3 done? Is E3 done for good? Like it just can't be sustained like we knew E3 at one particular time. And if you think it is done, what do you think that there could be options to?
Let me turn on my camera for this.
This man.
You turn on my camera for this one.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you right now. Okay, look at me in my eyeball. All right.
Yeah.
Look at me right here. All right.
Okay. I don't want to keep looking at you.
It's over with.
Oh.
It's over with.
Wow,
it's
you
done.
got all. You're
Let it go.
All in the camera. No. Oh my god! Wow, this man. Okay, so you think it's done? No. What could there be an alternative though?
I mean, there could be an alternative. Absolutely, I think there will be an alternative. I think there will be something better than what Jeff Keighley has right now. Because we need it. His show isn't very good. It's kind of boring. It's not that it's good that we have something, but he's just not that guy, he's just not that guy that could pull off, something that could be like a potential E3 or something like that. He's just that guy that just kind of like, he's been in the gaming industry for so long that people know him and that's why he's doing it, kind of thing. But at the end of the day, I think right now we need something that's more entertaining, because I felt like the last Game Fest and the Game Fest before that was just, it was boring, man. Like, the only thing that was good that came out of it was the fact that we got to see games, like games from Xbox, and when they did their own little like showcase stuff. When Xbox does their own showcase, it's like, it's better, right? Like it's better. If it's not a part of that Summer Games Fest stuff, it's fine. Which I don't think they have been. Have they been part of the Summer Games Fest? I don't think they have they?
Xbox, no. Well, Xbox has had games on there, but not.
They've showed games on there, right?
Yeah, but like, not.
I think if PlayStation does something, it should be their own thing, not part of Jeff Keighley's little Summer Game Fest, because that thing is just not. It's not hitting on all cylinders like it should, like E3 had like in the past. Because I mean, like if you look at back in the 90s, the early 2000s, even like I would say even
oh no, who hopped in here?
This man, he just pops right out.
Why?
Who's
But
this?
I think
Who is that?
it was Sir X-Man. Sir
He just
X-Man
left?
dropped out. Yeah, he dropped out. Yeah, sorry. Poor King Mega. Dude, he's just gonna have to tell him, like, see, there he goes. He goes
Okay,
back
there you
in
go.
now.
Okay.
Sir X-Man, you gotta let us know when you're gonna drop
He's
out.
undefeated.
King Mega's gonna be all kinds of confused.
want to interrupt you talking.
Gotta interrupt somebody and say something.
It's fine. It's better. It's better. It's better to have you say something than not say
Everything
anything at all.
working.
Look at that. Look at that man right there, looking like.
What's he looking
Oh
like?
shit!
I don't know.
Okay, please continue. Oh.
Looking like
This is
old man
GRG.
River over there.
I know. Born on the river.
Forgive me for this, Dirk. Oh, mama.
Oh my God. All right. Okay. Please continue. Let's stay on topic. I mean, because we're
But yeah, I
let's
mean,
stay on
like
topic,
I was
man.
saying,
Shit.
with the whole Jeff Keighley show, it's just not. It's not there, right? Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but like, it's just I don't feel that same energy that I do with E3. You know, like even though I have never been to E3, you still feel that energy when that week comes through, right? Like every time that week comes up, you feel it. You feel that like, oh man, we're excited. We're gonna get games. We're gonna get showcases. We're gonna get we're gonna be able to even though we're not there on the show floor and we're not able to play the games, we still get excited about seeing all the stuff that they're gonna show, and it's lost that luster after they haven't been for how many years? 2-3 years.
2 years now. It's
Like,
gonna be 3 now. Yeah, it's gonna be 3.
We've lost it. We've lost it, man, and that sucks because I really feel like we had something with D3. We did, but the way that the industry is going and the way that everything is kind of moving towards digital now, I think they just had a hard time trying to kind of elevate that to that type of element, which sucks.
Yeah. All right. Before I ask, I want to get everybody's thought. I'm going to have to ask everybody this question. After I hear what everybody else thinks. So, Sir X-Man, since you're now popping in, and now hopefully you'll stay, do not move. What is your thoughts about E3, man? Do you think E3 is done? Is it officially over? I can't have hope no more. Do you think, or do you think there still should be hope?
It's not over. They just need to restructure it better. They need to restructure it. Okay. When they decided to do E3, I thought it was kind of late for them to make that decision. So I think they weren't prepared with the developers, the corporations, and everyone worked through. So I thought that short amount of time, I didn't want to say anything to people, but that short amount of time to get E3 together wasn't sufficient enough. Because usually they start planning E3 right after the other E3 ends. They didn't have that kind of time to set that up. At least this year now, they'll have about a year and a half to get it all together and get it right. So I don't think E3 is gone. I still think E3 needs to be in different venues every couple of years. That's just my opinion, But no, E3 is not gone. It's too big. Way too big.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Ham, what about you? Is it over?
I think it might be time for something new, maybe from and I'm just gonna kind of go based off of the conversation that we had earlier on bullsetting. Asante was talking about how the ESA is very, very expensive and pretty much drove everybody away.
Yes.
From wanting to deal with them, like overpriced rugs, overpriced anything. Just to, and keep in mind, I mean, everybody knows LA's expensive, but these companies are like, dude, we live here too, and we know it ain't that expensive. Like I don't know, from what it kind of sounds like is that COVID hit, people realized what they could do on their own, and when E3 came a knocking saying, yo, you coming? They're like, I'll get back to you on that. And then people started kind of falling off, being like, you know what? We tired of y'all taxing us. We're just going to do this on our own. Xbox, Lemons told me this 8 million times. And because it's the truth. Xbox wasn't even in that building anymore. It hasn't been in that building.
No.
Nintendo was there in spirit, but they weren't really there. Sony, not there at all.
Yeah.
And I was hopeful that this would still happen because there's just so many developers across the world. I was thinking maybe, just maybe, there's a chance that they still have E3, but it's just kind of a different atmosphere or a different kind of, budget or something like that. And I'm still willing to go check it out because, I mean, just because the Super Bowl has some teams that you don't really care about or you're unfamiliar with, doesn't stop you from watching it. You know what I'm saying? So I was still interested in going down and checking it out, but yeah, seeing that they canceled it, I think it's a mixture of people realize how much they can just do on their own and save that money, and also maybe people having issues with some of the management over at ESA and just with pricing and getting into the venue. And I mean, the way Kay Asante made it sound like is they had to dang near pay to fund a video game just to get in there. Like what I mean is like pay the price it would cost to make dang near a video game just to show it off at the event.
That's ridiculous.
So he was talking like $100,000 for some rugs, bro.
What? Dang. They're out of their mind, man. That's crazy.
And see, I have you know what? I'm speaking on behalf of the brother. He will come through on Lemon's show tomorrow. 108 Dragon TV that's in the chat right now. He'll be on Lemon's show tomorrow with me. If you guys want to hear him, because we will be talking about that probably on that show as well. So you'll be able to hear it out of the I don't want to say the horse's mouth because that's just not good in gaming anymore. But you'll hear it out of the person's mouth tomorrow. So if you're interested in what I'm talking about, go on ahead and there and take a listen for sure. But yeah, I mean, I really think COVID just made people realize, we can figure it out on our own. We're already we got out of turmoil, and you already canceled your thing last time. Understandably canceled your thing. But we weren't happy messing with you that much in the past. And now that we figured out how to do our own thing, it's I just figured out how to I was down and out, and I had to I had to take apart my engine by myself and put it back together. And now that the mechanic down the street said he's off of vacation, though, I don't need you anymore. I know how to do this.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Let me read the super chat from 108 Dragons. He says, damn, he old as hell. Turn that camera off, Sir X, man. Damn, what the world come to.
Yeah, I didn't realize how old.
He says, if you ain't been to E3, you don't know how lit. What?
It's only because I shaved. I have not shaved.
Okay, hold on. Let me keep finishing reading. He says, where the world come to, LOL. If you ain't been to E3, you don't know how lit it was 2018, 2019. Yeah, no, it was. I mean, like
you were there, you know.
Oh yeah. No, it's just one of those things to me. It's like I said a million times. What made E3 special was the fact that for all the social media banter, it wasn't there. Like, I mean, it was an adult oriented place, and just love for gaming. Like, it's something I've never seen before in my entire life. Like, it was just, I mean, I was sitting there in a line, standing there in a line, Sea of Thieves line with some PlayStation guys, and we were talking about Kojima's game before Death Stranding came out, and what our thoughts was about it, and how excited they was for Sea of Thieves. Shit, like I'm like, you excited for Sea of Thieves, and you're a PlayStation guy? Yeah, like it. See, and that's what made me realize that all this yapping and all this stuff on the internet, it don't matter. Like, bro, like these people ain't, no. And we're talking about people coming from all across the world. It's not just something that's locally, that's only in just LA. It was people from Sweden, people from Africa, people from Canada, people, I mean, all types of people, all types of walk of life. It was incredible. And like I said, everybody was approachable except for Kojima. Kojima was not approachable. That really? Was wild. Yeah. He walked with an entourage and with bodyguards. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
He's not even. But that's the thing. Like, he's not even that famous. Like, it's just like,
bro, he was walking like we was like it was crazy because like
I don't think anybody's really trying to get next to you.
Paul George was out there. All the not all of them, but some of the most popular WWE wrestlers was out there. There was some other wrestlers from other places. I don't be watching wrestling like that anymore. So, but I know that there were like two different wrestling federations that was there. There were big time actors out there, like Keanu Reeves. Like, bro, like people were just approachable. You could talk to the devs like when I talked to Remedy, and like I didn't even know that women could come out. Well, I'll take that back because there was a girl from Sweden that I dated, a foreign exchange student. She was tall as hell, but this chick was tall. Like, she was taller than me. Like, she was tall. That worked at Remedy, blonde. Like. And I was like, yo, not like, yo, I want to holler, but I was just like, Remedy, yo, I love y'all's game. Please, can we get Quantum Break? And it was like, we got something better. That's called Control. I'll let you later. But they didn't tell me that, but they did say, we got something in the works. And so I guess they was like, well, we got Control that was coming. But that was, when I was talking about Quantum Break, that was before that got announced. The next year they announced. But anyway, it was just the atmosphere was just so great. And on top of the cool ass parties, man, I'm sitting here having drinks with the guy who helped create the Elite controller. Man, we getting lit. He over here about to spill the beans, and he's like, I can't say that. I can't say that. I'm like, oh, bro, it's all right. You can talk to me. You can talk to OK Mega. You can talk to Old Lemon. You can talk to all of us. Cole, we can talk. We just chilling. Man. But no, man, it was great, man. Like, now we had a lot of fun. The Spire, all that. It was just fantastic.
Wild out here.
Oh, you getting scared? Dude, you in the Xbox bunker. You're safe. We see your background. You in the Xbox bunker, man. You safe, bro.
My lights are flickering too.
Yeah. You think? All right. Well, go check the weather right fast, but do not leave your camera.
It's supposed to get really bad in Chicago. So,
well, he's not in Chicago. He's in Memphis.
That tornado.
Well, it ain't supposed to be good over there either.
In Arkansas and all that, it's supposed to be pretty rough.
Just some crazy wind. Lights are really.
We might be going into the ocean, but that's why I live. Doing that stuff, man.
All right. Well, are you looking at the news, Sir X-Man?
Yeah, I'm checking reports on that.
Okay. So just watch out, man. Let us know. Let us know. But anyway, yeah. It was WWE and Impact Wrestling. You're right, Yobi. That's exactly what it was. But anyway, my question to you guys is this, and I've brought this up numerous times. If there's an alternative for E3, or if not, or let's say E3 wants to make something, I think the best two solutions is this. One, take the venue out of LA, put it in Vegas. I think that would be incredible for one, or take it and make it a nationwide, like just hop around thing, like from east to west, like just go to, have E3 Atlanta, E3 Miami, E3 Dallas, E3 Chicago, E3 New York, E3 Portland, E3 Seattle, E3, just have E3 all over in big major cities, man. I think that gives a lot of appeal for the fact of people that may have want to try to go, but they weren't close enough. They weren't trying to spend the money to go from this place to that place. Because people who really love E3 like that internationally, I think they'll go anywhere. So
yeah, they'll go anywhere.
And on top of that, like they'll get to see different states, like instead of just going to LA. And I think that like they can get incentives from like Colorado, from Texas. I mean, I would love for them to come to Oklahoma, but Oklahoma's not big enough. Now, Tulsa, it could be. They could probably go to Tulsa. But even though Oklahoma's city is thriving, it's getting bigger and bigger. I'm very pleased about that. But to just go to Dallas is just a hot skip and a jump, man. Like that's like 2.5 hours away from me. So I'm about that. But I just think that would be a great alternative. And on top of that, the cost would be a lot better for those developers and for them to have opportunities to maybe even set shop in some of these states instead of them always staying in California, or maybe they venture out because there used to be studios in New York and I think they're in the East Coast, but they're all on the West Coast.
There still is.
There's
still a lot in the East Coast. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just see if that would go. What do you guys think about that? You think that would be a cool move, or you just say, nah, man, I'd just rather watch Keeley stuff?
I think that would be a cool move, but I think the reason why they don't do it is because the states don't want to do it. Like the cities that they.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. A lot of these cities just don't want it because what is it? They know what that entails. Entails more crowds, more this, more that. They I think
there's a lot of revenue, but I think it's a lot of money.
But I think no, hold on, dude. Let me finish before you start talking. Okay.
Damn.
I'm just he's about to interrupt me. I'm just saying he's about to interrupt me, but I'm just saying before.
I haven't even talked yet. Okay, go ahead.
The thing is that I think that some of these cities would just be like, nah, right? Like, because you're saying like going all over the nation, right? I think it would be more like going to certain cities, right? It wouldn't be like every city around the nation, or there wouldn't be something like that. Like there probably wouldn't be one in Oklahoma. There wouldn't be one in Tennessee. There wouldn't be one in certain areas. There might be one in like Atlanta, like I could see Atlanta, or Texas or something like that, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Big major
like
cities,
Boston or something like that. Boston or whatever. But I don't see like Michigan, I don't see them going.
No.
Detroit or something like that. No way.
Kansas. Now Kansas could get
maybe
Kansas
Chicago though. Chicago could happen. But I don't think it would be like a ton of different cities. I think it would just be like maybe a certain amount of cities that they would actually target to go 1 year or and then go to another one a different year like that. I don't, or maybe they might even go. This could be a thing. Go international. Like maybe go London or over in Germany. Well, they have
E3 Dubai.
Germany,
I'm on it. E3
Dubai. So
I'm
just showing it.
I'm saving. I'm on it.
I'm not really thinking that would happen, but it's a possibility, right? Like anything's really a kind of a possibility. So, I just don't think it would be like, each state would get their chance at E3. It'd just be like certain states or certain cities and stuff.
I'm having all.
Go ahead, Viper. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, Viper. Go ahead while I fix my gameplay. Holy shnikes! What is happening here? Okay.
So, in terms of leaving, there's a few issues with that. I've heard it's been said before that the reason why it started to go downhill was because they opened it up to the public. And I think that is one of the dumbest things to say, because it's the public that will actually, bring more excitement for E3. Now, granted, yes, I knew it was all about the developers, it was all about the media and everybody getting that, but opening up to the public was one of the best things that they did. Now, other people will disagree with me, and that's fine. But I think opening it up to the public was a good thing, and they need to try to figure out how to, make it similar to PAX, but make it more like a fan fest type thing where you've got all these developers in one spot. They're showing off their games. They're getting everybody excited. I mean, yes, you can have your few days for the media and then have the rest of it for the public, and don't charge them so damn much. I mean, you have to charge them for something, but don't charge them too much to the point where they're like, oh crap, we have to, get double the amount for our game, so in order for us to actually go to this damn show. I think that what they need to do, just like K Mega said, yes, you do need to go to different places. I've even mentioned that I think it was last week or earlier this week, where I felt that they needed to go to different places. And to push back on what Dark was saying, it's better for them to go to different cities, because think about Comic-Con, how that's in different places. You got Comic-Con in San Diego, you have Comic-Con in Chicago, you have Comic-Con all over the place. These cities have already dealt with stuff like Comic-Con, so they can deal with E3 coming to different places. So I feel like they can handle it, and I mean, they should even do it like WrestleMania. WrestleMania is in a different city every single year, and it brings in a lot of tourism. It brings in a lot of money. So why don't you make E3 bring in the money to those cities that you go to? Make it be this huge thing, and the cities get a lot of money. They get a discount on the stuff because they know that they're going to get a bunch of businesses because of all the influx of people that are coming in and spending money on hotels, spending money on food, spending money on travel, everything. So I think if they want to make it more enticing for the developers and publishers to go to these different cities and to come back to E3, go to different places and make up the venue, because there's different venues they can go to, and they don't really have to, like I said, they don't have to charge so damn much. Oh, like, what was it? You said $100,000 per
for a rug,
per booth?
No, that was just for a rug, I think.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what Ham was saying. That what you call it? The old dude said the damn rug was $100,000.
I mean, that's LA for you, though. I mean, people just try to gouge your money here in LA, man. It's wild.
And see, and think, and that's a good point. The fact that you're in LA, everything is much more expensive. You go to a different city where the prices are lower, you're gonna have lower prices for those booths. So that's where I'm coming from in terms of the fact that go somewhere else. They don't need to stay in LA. PAX East is in Boston, right? How expensive is Boston, and how many people can actually freely go there without having to spend so much damn money on plane tickets, on hotels? I mean, I can guarantee you a hotel in Boston is much cheaper than a hotel in LA. A plane ticket to Boston is cheaper than a plane ticket to LA.
Yeah,
I mean, that depends on where
Super Bowl,
where you're coming from, though, too.
Yeah,
like if you're coming from the West Coast to the East Coast, it's going to be more expensive. Just the distance of traveling. But
well, the East Coast, like New York and then LA, they'll be the most expensive places. But then like the in between, like we were saying, like in Atlanta, that'd be pretty affordable. I think even Chicago, even though that's a bigger city, that would be, but Dallas would damn sure be less expensive.
Exactly, yeah.
So
Honestly,
yeah, like
Dallas to San Antonio.
Dallas would probably be the sweet spot, right? Because that would be kind of more the middle, right? Like that would be kind of the middle point right there.
Yeah,
that would be probably the perfect spot. I mean, even if they decided, hey, we're not gonna, you know, chop this around different cities. We're just gonna put it in Dallas, and then.
Yeah, no, I would say if you want to keep it on the West Coast, Vegas is the best place to go. Other than, you know what I'm saying, that's my
Vegas has so much more stuff to do too, you know. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like that would be a utopia, man. That would be insane.
But that's the thing, hotels are expensive there too.
They are. They are.
Well, you guys don't remember, and you weren't there, but Chicago was where E3 started with the Consumer Electronics Show in 1992. You know, and that's where I went to see all my new gaming and all the electronic innovation and all the games they had.
It was at McCormick Place, wasn't it?
It was at McCormick Place. I was there with the battle between Nintendo and Sega back then. So, you know, I was there where it all started. I think it ran for about 3 years until they started turning it into an event. And they started moving it to, I think they went to New York for a minute, but then they settled on LA. And then it stayed there. They started calling it.
And isn't CES also LA as well?
No, it's in Chicago, I think. So
no, that's still in Chicago. But CES was the offspring for E3 because that's where they started showing the new video.
Wait, CES is in January, and that's in LA, isn't it?
No, because we got the auto show in February. So
right, but okay. So what's the thing? What's the thing in January that with all the consumer?
That's in Vegas. That's in Vegas with all the TVs and stuff like that. That's in Vegas.
Oh, okay. So
that's in Vegas.
Right, so that's what I'm thinking.
That's why Kid Mega's saying Vegas.
Vegas is hot, man. I've been to Vegas a couple of times. I want to go back. I know.
I've been there.
Yeah, they turned that into.
Yeah, I almost talked my wife into going to Vegas here this year, but. She wants to go to
Cozumel, you might as well now. You ain't got no.
No, I'm going to Cozumel in September. So
it was open to the public. They had Reporters Day like the first Thursday and Friday. Then it was open to the public the rest of the week and reporters and media. And it was packed with everyone from around the world, dude. Come and see it. So
they need to bring
Chicago
it back.
is actually, if you think about it, a central location. They got plenty of entertainment. They got plenty of hotels.
Plenty of food.
Plenty of food. Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, if you thinking about food, man, I'm telling you now, Oklahoma be great, man. We might have to try to get Mr. Spriggs popping.
Mr. Spriggs,
some Mr. Spriggs, some Bobo chicken, some
Bobo
some of that Vans barbecue. Boy,
Bobo chicken.
Oh yeah, man! I'm telling you, boy, hey, you ain't lived unless you have some Bobo's chicken after midnight. Boy, get up there. That man pours that special honey on them fries and on them chicken wings. Boy, you ain't had nothing, boy. I'm telling you that.
Ain't had nothing like no Harold's either, bro.
Bro, I guarantee you, Oklahoma can get down with just about anybody, just like that, man. I'm telling you, you better watch out for these cooks out here, boy.
I think anywhere in the South barbecue. I don't really think you can go wrong.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with, Like when I heard that people in the East Coast didn't know about biscuits and gravy, I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, I know about that. We sell that on North Religion.
So you rather somebody argue with me is like, I'd rather have clam chowder than biscuits and gravy. I'm like, have you ever had none?
Oh hell no.
Yeah, somebody argue with me, but they never had. They never had.
Sounds like a damn demon.
That person.
I mean, clam chowder is good, but it's not. It's nothing like
biscuit and gravy, bro.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Biscuits and gravy's on another level.
This man didn't get as healthy as he did, man. Without, you know what I'm saying? If the people didn't know how to burn out here, that's for damn sure. But anyway, all right. Well, let's go ahead.
Y'all know how to burn it up.
You don't know how we talk about cooking. Anyway, let's get into some let's get into some controversy right here because I'm ready to throw some delicious slander.
Let's go.
All right, so and I'm gonna go to and since my man with the rat venom or snake venom, viper venom, yes, I'm gonna go to him first on this topic. But okay, so
like I changed my picture, right?
Yeah, I saw you change your picture. This man of many faces. Final Fantasy 16 is coming out.
Oh hell no!
Seeing that it just went gold. Game looks gorgeous, just like all the rest of the Final Fantasy games. And look like it's going to be a big time exclusive for PlayStation. But there's some controversy. Pretty much, let me just go ahead and read a little bit of this, right? Okay, so Final Fantasy 16 has an all-white cast, right? And when the producer, please help me, because I asked about, was it Nikori? What is it?
I think
Yoshi P, whatever.
No,
how you say his name?
Yoshi P is the director. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like
okay, so his name is Naoki.
Nikoi
Yoshida. Nikoi Yoshida. Yeah. He's the producer, and he said that there was a diversity in the medieval times, and adding diversity to this single corner of the world would be a violation to narrative boundaries we set for ourselves. Now he goes even further, but the thing that got me pissed off was the fact that the man said this as though it was factual, that there was no people of color in the medieval times, when it's right there in the history books. I mean, hell, you could go and look through the Oxford Times out there in Europe and talk about the Black Moors and the Africans that shipped over, and the people that were part of the Parliament during the Renaissance. Of people of color. There was kings and queens that were of color, and there were also slaves and other things like that. There were Middle Eastern people. There were people of color in the medieval times. And that's the part to me that pisses me off, is that he came out and just said this instead of. I would not have a problem if this man just came out and said, "Look, I just wanted to have creative freedom and make a game that only had one particular race in it. Doesn't matter, white, black, green, orange, blue, Latino, Native American. It doesn't matter to me, right? Like, if he just came out and said that, we had a vision, we're going to do this. I hope nobody's offended by it. I hope you come and enjoy the game. I would be like, it's creative freedom. I'm cool with that. But the fact that this man lied, and the fact that this man came out and did not come back and apologize, is disgusting to me. So for me, not for anybody else, I can't wait to hear what everybody else on this panel thinks about this. I am not getting this game. I'm not. If somebody gifts me this game, it's like somebody just like, just for shits and giggles, and just like, hey man, I'm going to gift you, just like they gifted me God of War 2018. I'm not going to show no gameplay. I'm not going to talk about it. You're never gonna see me, but just maybe see it on me play it. That's it. I am not going to spend one penny on this game because the man just didn't come out and tell the damn truth. My last point, and then I'm finna go to you on this one, Viper, is this. He also said something that was pretty interesting in August in a different interview, where he said that Final Fantasy is losing its esteem, that it's not selling as well as it used to. So we need to get back to the roots. What does that mean? Very simple. He's an older Japanese man. There was a way for them, there was a thought process for them to get into the Western audience, to get the Western audience to come and appreciate their stuff, is by whitening eyes their characters. It started all the way back from the 60s, 70s, 80s. All you got to do is go and look at Speed Racer, go and look at Robotech, go and look at Transor Z, Astro Boy. The list goes on. Go and look at, hell, DBZ, Mr. Popo. Come on now, don't get me started. Only thing I'm saying is this. They feel that they're kind of behind the times in my thought process. America is very multicultural. Matter of fact, it's already slated here in the next 25 to 30 years that white people are going to be the minority in this country. They bumped it up from 50 to 30. It's like it was at like 70% where white dominance. It is now around in the 50s, like 57 or something like that percent. So their thought process is just different and it's wrong. But my whole point of it is that don't lie about history just because you wanted to try to appeal to a certain demographic to gain sales. If you just said this was your strategy, I'm absolutely fine with that. This is what your vision is. I'm absolutely fine with that. But do not lie about history. Viper, if you have any pushback on anything that I said, please let me know. But what is your thoughts about what this man said, and would you support Final Fantasy 16?
So I'm gonna have to kind of calm down a little bit because I'm really heated. I know of the deep-seated racism that does exist in Japan towards Black people. It's no secret, but a lot of people play stupid and play dumb to it. There have been times where, yes, I supported some games from Japan and I knew that they don't really like us that much because they've depicted us in some of the worst ways possible. Let's go back to, like you said, Dragon Ball Z with Mr. Popo. Let's go back to Final Fantasy VII with Barrett. Basically,
don't get me started on that.
Like I said, stereotypical stuff that that Black people are. I mean, even let's even go to something more recent. Look at Forspoken. Now, are you really gonna tell me that somebody actually that's Black that acts like that on a consistent basis? All the tropes that you put her in as she steals all the time. The way that she walked, the hip hoppity walk.
The hip hoppity walk. That's what he said. She got a hip hoppity walk.
So I mean,
the producer said she has a hip hoppity walk, bro.
Did he really say that?
Yes, he said that. That's on record.
Wow.
Go.
Wow.
Just type it in. Just type it in. Forspoken hip hoppity walk. You'll see it right there. Google
so
it.
Like I said, I need to calm down, and what I'm trying to do is bring the actual facts, bring the receipt. I am not going to support this game. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to support any more Square Enix games. I wanted Final Fantasy VII Remake to come to Xbox, but you know what? I don't want it to come. Final Fantasy 16, I don't want it to come. Anything from Square Enix, I will not be purchasing anything anymore from them. I'm done with them right now. And then if I hear any other Japanese developer that has a problem with Americans, like let's even go back to everybody's favorite, Kojima. What did he say about the Western market? About how they don't understand his games when Death Stranding came out? Come on now. They don't think too highly of the Western market. They don't think too highly of any of us. So if we're not part of their culture, if we don't speak their language, let's go to the guy from Platinum Games. How he said, "If you don't speak my language, don't tweet at me."
Oh,
he blocked people.
Old dude from Platinum Games, yeah.
Exactly. So if you do not respect us, why the hell am I supporting you? You can keep those shit games. I wanted to play those games because I'm a gamer. But if you do not value me as a person, if you don't value me as a gamer, and you want to look down upon me and say I'm no good for you, then fine, my money ain't good for you either. And I don't need to purchase your games. I'm going to spend my wallet. I could have been a little bit more venomous tonight, but I think I need to calm down and
Right.
collect my
Yeah.
thoughts more.
There's no need to be angry. Just yeah about it. I mean,
Right.
it's frustrating, but it's not. And another thing too. And let me read this super chat from 108. He says, Final Fantasy 16. Those comments are unforgivable. Facts. Yeah. No. That I am highly disappointed with some of the people in the PlayStation community because a lot of them, rightfully so, jumped on 343's ass about the Juneteenth stuff. I was right there with them on that.
Yep.
They were on this. There was on this kick about Forspoken. If you didn't support Forspoken, then you were racist to black women and black people, and like I don't even know. Like these people were acting like they were part of the Black Panthers for a minute. But on this, I got all these comments like, bro, you overreacting. That ain't nothing. This is a nothing burger. What? The man lied about real history. The man lied about history.
That part is really even. That's
what
even worse.
Bothers me. He lied and did not come back and say anything of the sort, knowing that he lied. Or let's say that he was just ignorant and he didn't know that he lied, but or just said that out the way. But he didn't even correct himself. He just let it ride. And listen, this isn't about just black people. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is about people of people of color. This all together, like, you know. And then one other thing too. Before I go to, I'm going to go to Ham on this one. Next is another thing that he said was that, well, we wanted to we got our inspiration for this game from Game of Thrones. There are people of color in Game of Thrones, you know. Yeah. So I'm like, there are people of color in Game of Thrones. You know, and then like, you know, saying now which Game of Thrones? He's talking about House of Dragons because that's even worse. Because I mean, look, you got definitely people of color in that. You know what I'm saying? You know, Targaryen, Black Targaryens. Anyway,
or was he talking about the books?
He said the movies.
Did he say the show?
He said the show. He said the show.
Oh man,
that's what I'm saying. And then also my other point. Okay, so he also said this. So he said, this is about fantasy, and we want to keep it.
It's fantasy.
Yeah, like he was trying to make it seem like well, in our world we want to stay real. We want to stay real to reality, but. You know, but this world is about fantasy. Make up your mind. Which one is it? Like, I don't know. Ham, what is your thoughts about this? I mean, you're more even keel type of guy. So, I mean, you know, it's not, I really, really can't wait to hear your thoughts on this because, I mean, maybe you might be on a different wavelength than I am on this, and you might give me something to think about. But I don't know. What is your thoughts when you first initially heard this, man?
When I first initially heard it, I was surprised, but then again, like feeling a little bamboozled that I was surprised because like at the moment you get too comfortable and liking something, reality kind of smacks you in the face a little bit, you know? Sometimes, and hey, I didn't really have like I wasn't up in arms about this in particular, for the fact that I'm not a Final Fantasy fan. I wasn't going to give them my money anyway.
Yeah, see, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan.
Regardless,
I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan.
They got $0.
This hurts.
And if anybody knows me or follows me, you know that I've hated Final Fantasy since the original PlayStation. I don't like Final Fantasy. I don't like that. The original Final Fantasy is what made me know that I wasn't a turn-based guy. One of the few games, like there's only a few games that get me in a turn-based. One of them is like the South Park games, like Fractured But Whole and Stick of Truth, which because it was a fantastic story and I thought it was funny and it was something familiar. It wasn't weird, random white dudes written by Japanese people talking about, I don't know what they're even talking about. I don't know what's going on in that game. And then Persona I thought was dope. Persona
hot,
5, I played that, but again, that was a really good story. So I'm starting to learn that I don't not like our I don't. It's not that I don't like turn based. It's just not my go to, and it's also has to have a story that either I can somewhat kind of relate to, or is just crazy interesting, or kind of reminds me of something. With this, I didn't care at all. But as a black person, I have to have some sort of thought process kind of go on, and I can't just like not speak on it at all, because it's just like, yo, I got friends that are Final Fantasy fans, and it's interesting to hear their take. And one thing I want to go on ahead and point out is like, hey, if you want to spend money on this, it's your prerogative. It's not my problem. Have at it. Have a great time. I hope the game's killer. I hope you didn't waste your money. Right? But for me personally, it's like, wow, Square Enix, like, I already didn't like you, and it seems like you just don't know how to get out of your own way, and that's the reason I don't like you, is because you treat your own developers messed up. You treat the fans wild. You are clearly very money hungry compared to past. I mean, they really want to get into this NFT game right now too. And I find it wild that they want to get into NFT while pissing everybody off. They think they're the big bad, like Joe Frazier or something. But nobody's scared of Square Enix. Nobody is like other than Final Fantasy. I mean, they might as well just change their company name to Final Fantasy, because that's the only thing keeping them alive for the most part. I mean, I understand Octopath Traveler, and they do have like what was it, Dragon Age and stuff like that.
Yeah, they got what just happened with. Yeah, but
look what just happened with Dragon Age. People walked out.
No, that was Dragon Quest.
Was Dragon Quest?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, so I got that mixed up. I apologize.
Dragon Age is EA's game.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in the right field though, because Dragon Quest is that is Square Enix, isn't it?
That's Square Enix.
Dragon Enix, yeah.
So I just got the wrong game. I'm in the wrong. I'm in the right ballpark. All right. So, So exactly. People are walking out there. They just dissolved Luminous. They're talking about NFT games. They just piss off black people that aren't willing to, just kind of, bend the knee at the situation, or those that just don't want to be part of the conversation, which I respect as well. Because, hey, if I'm gonna talk trash about people that buy this game, then who am I to buy Hogwarts Legacy? I'm gonna let people to have their own opinions. Like if you like it, if you're with it, you're with it. It's not my problem. But in my opinion, I think it's pretty trash that that a developer like in this day and age is just so like outside of reality, and they think they're bigger than they are, in my opinion. Like, it's just weird. It's a weird kind of dude bro complex that they kind of got there. And I mean, you can even say it with Platinum's guy. That's the kind of energy they keep around there. It's weird, it's awkward, it's creepy sometimes. But hey, you know what? We'll see how it goes. The money will talk. I'm sure it'll sell great and whatnot. But the thing that I'm thinking of is like setting yourself up for the future. And it doesn't look like they're doing a very good job at forecasting, bro.
I even forgot about the NFT before you brought it up.
Yeah, no, they had the NFTs. Let me go ahead and read these super chats, for one from 108 and the other one from Dragonheart. Yobi! 108 says Japan still have showed that they do blackface, that Final Fantasy VII remake. Barrett, he said, "Yes, sir, boss." That's how he talks. Facts. He facts. F them. Kojima can kick rocks too. Oh my goodness. I don't like what Kojima said. And then Kojima changed that up by putting pew pews into his DLC for Death Stranding. So yeah, so like yeah, all is cool on that. You know what I'm saying? Like okay,
Kojima
whatever.
puts black people in games though,
so, right? I mean, and Kojima put black people in games. So yeah, or people in color of games. Like
one of the main characters in Death Stranding is a black dude.
Yeah, so you're right. So
and
I
he's
mean,
a
I haven't
badass
beat
black
it.
dude too.
Is
he
dope?
Like he is. He is all up in your business.
I got to get back into that game. I got to get back because I was digging
all up
it for
in your
what I
business,
played. But
then,
I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
And then yeah. Towards the end of that game, it just gets like I'm not spoiling at all, but it just gets like emotional, really emotional with some of the people of your crew and stuff like that. I mean, the whole game is emotional. I mean, it's a Kojima game, so they're gonna put a lot of emotion into it. But I'm just saying, like, with that particular character, you'll see a lot of emotion be displayed.
Yes, Abacab, I am playing Crackdown 3. This is Crackdown 3 gameplay right here. Dragonheart Yobi, he says, it breaks my heart. We deal with this BS every day of our lives. When it correlates to something you love, correlates to something you love, it hurts. Imagine someone new coming into gaming and they see this. Deal breaker, maybe. Listen, yeah, I'm going to go to you on this one next, Dart. Get your thoughts about this. But one more thing too that is also disturbing to me when I was getting all these comments, all this pushback from me making my tweet, was that they tried to justify as though Japan is a third world country. They were saying, well, Japanese people ain't seen black people ever. So how is it that you're going to sit there? And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Hold on. So now Japan, one of the most
you realize that there was a black samurai back in the 1800s, right?
Absolutely. There's been black people from written text from
Michael
the
Jackson and Michael Jordan were some of the biggest black people in those areas of the world. Like,
forget all the NBA,
LeBron James,
all the ex-NBA players
let's not do that.
That's playing out there in the league in Japan. But so when they were telling me that, I was like, so now what, is Japan a third world country? Because I mean, from my understanding, they got one of the most high-tech cities in the world. They have some of the most beautiful landscapes, everything. Like, yo,
bro, they got an indoor ocean.
Right, bro. Like, these people are not, they're not like Neanderthals. It's not like, I don't know what these people are thinking when they were trying to tell me. And then, like,
dang, man.
bro, what is that, third world country? What the hell are you talking about? They ain't seen black people before. Bro, what are you talking about? Or people of color. And the one thing that was pissing me off the most was, you had occasional white dudes that was coming and trying to make it only about black people. And a couple of them wanted to call me that woke word, which I was going to light their ass up if they did, but they didn't. But they were kept on trying to make it, well, tell me about there's all black this. So I said, why do you keep making the point about black people? This is about people of color all together. This got nothing to do with just one particular group. Now, from the comments, where he was trying to make it seem like there was no people of color in the area, and so maybe a lot of people assumed that maybe he was referring to as black people, but it's just about people of color in general. Like just say, damn it, like I said, just say this is your vision, and you don't mean to offend anybody, and keep it moving. And then I would have been like, okay, I get it. Dart, what is your thoughts about this news? I don't know how much you read into it or heard about this, but this is all new to you. What is your thought process about it?
Yeah, this is all new to me, man. I didn't even know about this. This week's been a rough week.
You had a rough week, man.
This week has been rough. But yeah, man, I'm not shocked honestly, by it. Um, you know, it's just that's there's really no excuse for it at all. Like I don't understand why we're still living in 2023 and there's still this kind of like underlying racism. You know, this underlying kind of thing like, oh well, in history there wasn't this, or in history there wasn't that. And it's just like, do you even know history? Like, do you do you read about it? Because clearly you don't, because and the whole Square Enix thing, um getting Final Fantasy 16. I mean, I'm still on the fence about it because we got what, Diablo 4 that month, you know? Like I think what the month before that is Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm probably going to be playing a lot of those games during June and July because, I'm going to be streaming those and that. So I don't see myself probably getting Final Fantasy right away. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna buy it because you know me, K Mega. You know me, K Mega.
Yeah,
I'll be like, oh
yeah.
no, I'm not gonna buy that. Then I buy it. So I'm not
Right.
gonna say I'm not gonna buy it because I'm not.
Right.
I'm
No,
not gonna put that out
yeah, that's
there.
fine.
I'm not gonna put that out there. But yeah, I think with the comments, um, it's just it's crazy. I think in terms of like, if we compare it to Hogwarts Legacy, I honestly I think this is worse, to be honest. But that's just my opinion. Um, because it's you know at least with J.K. Rowling, she was just kind of like straightforward with it. This guy's not being straightforward. He's just kind of like beating around the bush, not really you know, really have any justification to anything that he's really saying. Um, it's just, I don't think Square is even. I don't think Square has been in a good light in a while. I even think some of their games have been very mediocre lately. You know, um, I think the last game that was actually really good was Final Fantasy, but that's a remake, right? Like that's not a brand new game from them, because I mean, look at Final Fantasy 15. I liked Final Fantasy 15, yes, but um, I think it was definitely watered down. You know, it especially towards the end. Oh my gosh, like towards the end of that game, oof, the end of that game was like super linear at the end, and it just it kind of took away from that experience that you had in the but yeah, I don't condone any history. Has so many facts about different people of color being part of those eras and stuff like that. I mean, there were Spaniards in the middle, in the during the medieval time. I mean, there was they act like white people were just the only ones on Earth at that time. So that's where we're gonna focus, and that's not even the case at all. I mean, there was during that time there was people all over the world. There was different colors of people all over the world. It wasn't just in that during that time where just white people. That's that doesn't even make any sense. Like that doesn't make any sense at all. Um, so his comments shouldn't have been came out of his mouth.
I think there
Honestly,
was
I
just a
think
point.
that the reason why he was beating around the bush is because he knew that he was saying something wrong, but he
Mm, hmm
um, had to try to make it seem politically correct. But
Right,
he put his foot in his mouth. That's all it was.
Absolutely,
right.
absolutely.
Well, he just kept on digging himself into a hole when he just kept on going, and
Yeah, no doubt.
I think that's enough. I don't think we You know?
Let me go to Sir X-Man, but before I do that, let me read these super chats. Let me get to them. Here we go. My sack on your chin. Oh my goodness. He says, why are the same folks that say Bethesda needs to prove themselves after Fallout 76 overhyping Final Fantasy 16 after all the crap Square Enix has released? Yeah, that's a great point. This right here, though, from on your chin, said, thank you very much. He says, wasn't Square Enix crying about being labeled a JRPG? Is absolutely right. Absolutely right. They were saying that it was racist. They thought it was racist for them to be called, that the games were being called, back in the 90s, being called JRPGs, because to them, it is just an RPG. They didn't want to be classified in a different group. They thought that the West was making fun of their games. And I don't know where they got the information of thinking that that's what it was, people making fun of it, but that all stemmed from the 90s. There was a report about that. I was going to make that a topic, but we didn't have the time to talk about it. So very, very, very good point. Excellent point. Sir X-Man, your thoughts about this situation. I don't know how big of a Final Fantasy fan you are, but these comments, what do you think about this, man? Is it something like, are you looking at Square Enix a little bit crossways now, or is it kind of like, hey, K-Maker, you're making them too big of a big deal?
No, I knew Final Fantasy had some racism in it when I saw Final Fantasy X, and you saw a brother with an afro talking more slang than I ever talked in my life, and they put a dang
That's
on
13.
bird in
You
his
talking
head.
about you talking about 13? Yeah, 13.
Final
13.
Fantasy
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
13. Yeah.
13.
No, it was
Final
10
Fantasy.
too. It was,
No, he's right. It's 10.
No.
It was 10. It was 10.
10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was 10.
No,
And I
13
still
is
like
with
the game,
is
but-
with the black dude with the afro, with the bird, with the chocobo in his hair. With lightning.
It's a baby chocobo, whatever it was. No,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
like
like
that.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that was
that's with
13.
lightning. That's
That
13.
was
Yeah,
13.
yeah, no.
It was
10
also
is my
10.
favorite Final
Yeah,
Fantasy of all
that's
time.
right.
That's with Titus. No, bro. No. And you can't talk about my
Titus
boy
is 10.
Walker. Yeah, 10, my boy. Yeah, it's talk about sin.
Now, Walker was the guy
yeah.
that played that ball game.
Yeah,
in the
he
water.
played, yeah,
That was
Blitzball.
Walker, yeah.
Anyway, all right,
He
yeah,
had
let's
that
not do
power
that.
dick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew they had problems when they totally stereotyped black guy. They had him in a trench coat like they used to wear in the 70s, the brothers and stuff
Sure.
like that. And I'm like, we ain't like that no more. I'm like, do you even know how black people dress now? This is like the 90s when that game came out. So I knew they were way behind the times on Afro-American or black people's characters, their tones, their speech, and all the language that they used was pretty much not to stereotype, but the slang we used in the 70s. That's how far behind they was on African American culture, and this girl and Forsaken, I don't know what they was thinking.
I'm gonna talk about that when you get done.
Because you got no disrespect to anybody, but you got white people that talk like that in real life right now, like the way they made the girl in Forspoken talk.
Yep.
So it's like they don't get it and don't understand how it works. There are games that represent. I know there ain't no black person, female protagonist in most of the games, but for you to put that out like that, not even Uncharted did it like that when it had black characters. So,
Yeah, Nadine was an awesome character, to be honest.
Yeah, but she was
the only problem with that is that
she was voiced by a white woman, but yeah, she was a great character.
it was voiced by a white.
Yeah,
but I mean,
little weird.
her character, I
Very
know
weird.
it's voiced by a white, but her character and her
character was
manners
great. Yeah, no, it was a great character.
still, she gave her a respect, a normal black person how they are now personality. You know what I'm saying? But Square Enix just don't ever get it. They do that with other nationalities too. Like they had an Australian one game, and I'm like, Australian people in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you putting it in a fantasy land, you said. So how do you have Australian people there with voice? They were so much better when they just had it just written out. When they went to voice for the Final Fantasy games,
That's where they started losing because they didn't understand the representation of people from everywhere else in the world, and they did not know how to translate it correctly. That was their biggest problem. But for what this guy had said, he has not been around enough. He's probably been stuck in this little hole. You said it's a very old guy that did
Older
this.
guy.
Yeah, so he's probably dealing with old stereotypes that he's heard of, but he's never met a lot of these other, races out there to understand how they, present themselves out there in the real world. And that's his problem. And he needs to get out more. Hang out with some people, drink some sake or something. Oh, I'm a racist now because I saw you
Stop
drinking
it.
sake, right?
Don't start going left on me now.
So,
don't do that.
One thing I want to know is did he say that there was no people of color in Final Fantasy 16?
No, he said there's no people of color back in the Middle Ages because they were basing it on reality. So I'm like, oh, wait, if this is a fantasy game, but you're basing on reality, but you say there's no black people back in the Middle Ages, how is
there
that
were
possible?
black people everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah,
everywhere, because the world was connected back then.
Just say you just want to make an all-white game. That's all you had to say, and just say I don't mean to offend anybody or nothing like that. I just want to. This is my vision, and I'll be cool with that because that's part of the creative freedom. I don't care if you know what I'm saying. If that's all I care about is you just coming to be real about it. Like I thought I had a vision. This is my vision. This is all. This is how it is. I'm not here to try to, because he also skated too as well, guys. On because when the person was asking from IGN was asking, well, why do you not have a person of color in your game? And he was like, well, I don't want to get people upset because if I make the protagonist a certain color or if I make him an antagonist, I don't want them to get into an uproar. So I just wanted to go this route. So he just jumped around instead of just coming out and just being real about his vision. That's all he had to do. All he had to do.
Continue, if you didn't want to have any black people in there, we used to that. You would have done better just saying, right. I just made the game like I wanted to, and I didn't even think about it at the time.
I would have bought it.
Okay,
I would have bought it. Like, here, okay, whatever.
Hey, so Sir X-Men, I got something for you that is going to kind of play towards what you just said.
Go ahead.
So my headset just went out. Sorry. But my favorite.
You sound better now.
Oh well, because the headset's off. Sorry, but my favorite movie or movies of all time is the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Okay.
Ain't no black people in that.
Ain't no black folk in that greatness. Ain't not one.
Exactly. Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson was specifically asked, why are there no black people? Now, he did specifically say that he wanted to make the Haradrim, which were the people from the East, he wanted to make them black. But at the same time, he felt if he made them black, he would have gotten backlash because, oh, why are your black people bad guys? So he said no, he's going to keep it an all-white cast because he didn't want the backlash. And I respected Peter Jackson for that because, yes, he wanted to include black people in his movies, but he just couldn't because he didn't want the backlash. And then, of course, the token purist wouldn't have wanted black people in the cast. So he was trying to tiptoe in The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. So at least he was honest about it. But with this guy from Square Enix, they're not honest about anything. They're tiptoeing and they're digging themselves in a deeper hole because they feel like, oh, their explanation is much better than just being honest and truthful.
It's just that sometimes people just don't know when to shut the hell up and just don't answer a question.
Damn
so
right.
True. So true.
Right, so
That is
true.
absolutely
Yeah.
true.
Just tell the damn truth. Let me also make because Curie, I do know. And listen, the guy from I forget the black guy's name with the chocobo in his hair afro. I like that character. His character was
all I gotta do
not.
is turn the game on, and I'll see what his name is. I forgot.
Yeah, but I liked him. I felt him because he was like, nah, man, I don't want to be here. I just want to get home. I want to just take care of it. I ain't trying to be in all y'all's business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got caught up into this mess. And so, like, I liked his character because his character was, I felt what his character was. Yeah, he talked like he had the slang, you know, the kind of old typical black man type of talk, whatever, but I didn't find him to be egregious like Barrett. Barrett is just overwhelmingly just out of pocket. Like it.
But one thing about the black character,
how bad his voice acting was. What? Who?
The black character was powerful.
You know, he was badass. Yeah, and he was also a big inspiration for Lightning to become who she was because Lightning was a bitch. So like, you know what I'm saying? So he was, you know, and so like he was kind of like help putting the team together and everything. So like, I mean, listen, I don't have a problem with that character. He was, Lightning was a bitch.
What he did was, if he was ever trying, or I don't think he'll push, no disrespect, Dark, PlayStation people away from Final Fantasy because they don't pay attention to that stuff. No.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, I mean they
won't care.
Yeah, I mean even like I think the majority of PlayStation gamers are probably going to buy this game when it comes out because they want to say that they have something over Xbox. That's really all it is.
That's all it is.
You want to know why this game went? You want to know why this game went gold, K Mega? For them, because they ain't got nothing else coming out right now.
Oh, because it's ready to launch. That's what that means. But
and they ain't got nothing else to come out right now. I'm sorry.
No, things usually go gold, like
a couple of months
pretty early.
Yeah, what's gold? Oh, they'll sell like 1.5 million copies and call it a win.
I don't know the way that Square Enix has been now. They might not. They might be like, we took a loss.
He did admit that Final Fantasy has been struggling. So, I think
we talked about that before. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Really do appreciate the comment. He says, "K Mega and panel, I truly enjoy the show. Keep bringing us great content to us. Great show again, and I'll see you next week. No doubt. We got one more topic, and we'll be very brief on it because we're gonna go get out of here. Sorry about the
I was done
disruptions earlier, but no, I just I want to just make a point about Forspoken because I've been playing it. I like the game.
I've seen it.
Yeah, you can tell the game's budget where they put the budget in the game, and it damn sure wasn't into the dialogue like that. Like, you got an open world game and they keep repeating the same thing over again. If you watch my gameplay of it, they'll keep saying the same stuff over and again. I'm like, come on, man. This is
that is typical Japanese type of game, right? Though, I mean, they do repeat dialogue quite a bit.
Right. Well, I know that. I'm just saying, but like this more so. Like, there are certain things
really that bad.
It can, because every blue moon you might find them say something different, but like it for the most part, like they just say the same thing over and over again. I'm like, oh my god, you made an open world game and you couldn't have some different type of dialogue to go within, a certain sequence, like whatever. I don't know, because especially you get rated for your the way that you fight
in the book.
What'd you say?
They made sure to use every cuss word in the book.
Oh yeah, they got her cussing like she cussed like a sailor. Like she cussed like a sailor. Like, and it seemed like they also like, and that's fine because I have heard black women that talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Like but you know what I'm saying? Like so it's better. So it is better. I will accept the way that she talks in this game more so than how like Barrett talks in Final Fantasy VII Remake. But I mean, I guess that's a New York thing because I'm not from the East Coast, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. The dialogue is not the best, but the combat is excellent. The combat is really, really dope. it just falls flat in other aspects where you know that you see that they put a budget. It does not have the same budget as Final Fantasy VII Remake. It does not have. I would say it has the same type of budget, or maybe just a little bit higher than the prequel that they just released for Final Fantasy in December. What was that? What
Crisis
is that called?
Core? Crisis Core. Oh,
yeah,
man.
I'd say it has a little bit higher budget than that. So,
well, Crisis Core is just for a remaster.
I know, but I'm telling you, like that's
it's remake / remaster. And
yeah, and you could, and there's some places that make where Crisis Core seems old. Kind of feel the same thing with Forspoken in some place, but don't, like I said, I think the game it's worth picking up for 30 or $40, without feeling like you got gypped. Paying anything $60-$70, absolutely not.
You got it on PC, right?
Well, I got it on PC. Yeah, I bought it day one on PC. Because I was like, yeah, I want more inclusion into games. That's what I want. And if somebody wants to make a game, like I said, like for the 5th time, if they want to make a game with just one particular race, that's fine. But my last point on this before we get to the PlayStation VR is this. The demographic of people who plays Final Fantasy isn't just one group of people. And I seen Still Rain post something in the GRG DM, and it was awesome. Like, just imagine if you were going to just kind of make games about just one race, then how about telling them stories? Like, how about you have a game in Africa? How about you have a game in the Middle East? How about a game how about you make a game that looks just like you? You know what I mean? Like, how about you start with that? How about you start making a game that looks just like you? Instead of, there's
a lot of big
how about you start making a game that looks just like you? That would be great.
What are you about to say?
There's a lot of big Japanese girls in these games, and I'm like, really?
Oh, stop it. There's some big Asian girls I've dated. I've dated a couple of them, so stop it. Anyway, stop.
Yeah, I think that, it's that's crazy, man. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's wild. Let's move off of that. PlayStation VR 2, the analyst is saying that it's sold around 270,000 copies. Not copies, units. It's well under the expectation of what they first initially said was like 5 million. Then they dropped it down, I believe, to 1 million. First month sales. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, they're talking about like it's going to have to, for more people to get it, it's going to have a price drop. What do you guys think? This is open discussion. Anybody can just jump in on.
I'm not surprised.
Oh wow! Yeah.
I said that it was going to fail because of the fact that it's not on PC as well. They needed to have this work not only on PlayStation 5 but also work on the PC. And that was a big fail for them, and it's too overpriced. So, do you remember the last show that we talked about the VR?
Yeah.
So I specifically said that the 5 million that they had for PlayStation VR 1, they're not getting that. And people were clowning me and saying, "Oh yeah, they're gonna sell at least 5 million." No, the technology may have been better, but the price is too much. In addition to that, they didn't have it for PC or compatible with PC, and it wasn't even
right there.
Compatible.
That's their Achilles heel right there. Ham, you got something to say?
Sure.
Boy, you be blacking out. Are you blacking out of my gameplay? I appreciate it. Anyway, go ahead.
There was a moment where I didn't realize Ham was still alive. Right.
He was so still.
He was so still. I was like, dang, all right.
I thought his camera messed up.
I wish I could be like that.
Okay, all right, shit, he's all right.
Gaming. That's what it does to me. It gets
you playing a game.
Relaxed.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, I'm sitting here playing City Skylines because it's a game to play while talking.
Oh, it's a perfect game to play during the podcast. Absolutely.
Exactly. So So as for the PlayStation VR2, I mean, this is great news for me because I wanted to get it, and,
It's gonna get
they might
cheaper.
be dropping them prices. So I'm being a consumer on this one, saying, "Let's go,
You know,
Let's
Sony ain't gonna drop
go.
no price.
but
All right. Oh, go
yeah.
ahead.
So I think I heard somebody mention the PC thing. Correct?
Yeah, that was Viper.
That Viper?
Yeah, he was absolutely.
Yeah, so I had a post on this. I think you actually checked it out, okay, Mega. Where I was just like how in the absolute hell do you make PC headsets? You make PC monitors. You make PC games. Got Nixus. That was your big PC like headliner, right? But one of the devices, one of the biggest devices you got doesn't work on the PC. And it's just so ass backwards to me. And to me, like I'm also thinking like because Keasante also talked about like the drivers that are on it that people did stuff to the PlayStation VR1 to be able to use it on PCs or whatever. Possibly in the future when they make their own, like what is it called, like app or whatnot for PC or launcher is what I'm thinking of. Maybe they then add the PlayStation VR to PC, and that's cool, right? But then you're telling me you're underprepared. You came into this super unprepared then, and that, which if you're working on it, fantastic. Hey, remember you're working on backwards compatibility now too. After saying you believe in generation, so I believe they are 100% capable of getting this thing to the PC. But why wouldn't you have this ready? Like, I mean, in my opinion, a VR headset that they have right now, man, that headset looks so dang dope. It looks fantastic. I want one, right? But it's just like if you're in the VR market, that means you're competing with other VR services. You're asking people, or people are outside saying, "Oh man, getting the PlayStation VR is way cheaper than getting getting a PC and getting a headset over there and whatnot." I know plenty of people that already have a PC. All they need is a headset. Now this headset is the same price. If you're saying console and headset, it's the same price as the Quest Pro now, pretty much. So you're asking somebody to go get the console and the headset for the same price as they could have just went and got the Oculus Quest and had a lot more backwards compatibility.
Plus, there's more VR games on PC too.
Exactly. So in what I'm saying is, I don't. It's not that I think VR it's too early for VR. Although I think it is, like, it's still in its infancy, 100%. I think it's the way they just rolled it out. The way they rolled it out made it very like niche when it could have been an explosion.
Because there were people on PC that really wanted that to work with, wanted to buy the PlayStation.
Exactly. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you imagine getting an OLED screen, HDR, all that right when the Meta Oculus Pro came out with a ton of features? You're getting something for half the price if it works on the PC.
And
it's fantastic, 120 FPS.
And then have the DualSense controller with it, also. And then they could update it to work with the DualSense controller on the PC. You know, they have the dual sense. What do you call those? The things that go with it. Those are also dual sense, and people would have loved that. You know, especially with the OLED screen. That thing they would have probably made about 3 million in a month. Gone. It would have been gone.
Where I'm at in this whole thing, when I thought about it, is like PlayStation is really lucky that they did so great last generation, because
You're absolutely right.
their unpreparedness in so many different dimensions is so, like, they're standing naked out in the street right now with a lot of different things. And their games, the games that they got, the exclusives that they got, fantastic. Sure, Final Fantasy, like the one we just got done talking about, 16. That's gonna be a big hit.
Yeah.
But yo, imagine if they could have. Imagine if you could have plugged in that VR and played Gran Turismo right now on your PC. Imagine that.
I'm waiting for GT to get wait for GT to drop on PC. I'm ready for that.
Imagine if PlayStation came out with their back catalog, their not back catalog, but with their backwards compatibility at the beginning of the generation. All of this stuff that they could have prepared for, but they were kicking ass so hard in the PlayStation 4 generation that they sat on their laurels, and now, oh crap, I have really hungry competition, and they got way more money than me, and I thought they were gonna back out easily, and that's not happening, and now I gotta reload and get back into the battle. And it's like, man, you wouldn't have had to reload if you got everything prepared before this. But hey, this is exactly what we want to see as content creators, as consumers. We want to see this kind of competition that hopefully drives things to get better and spread things out properly, because where it is right now, it's in a clear spot of could be better.
That's why the Meta Quest really kept beating Sony VR, because you could plug it in anywhere and use without wireless stuff. You know, play it wirelessly natively. You know, and they put themselves in a bind just by keeping it proprietary. You know, they just want everything to be on Sony PlayStation, and
you know it's a little extra rough if you want to pour a little extra salt on it. Guess who partnered with Xbox?
Oh, Meta.
They're going to be having a Game Pass on. They're going to be having Game Pass on Oculus and Meta products and whatnot. Sony, you got some dope stuff, but you're very, very unprepared.
Yeah, you need to get some new blood in there running that company. You know, this old blood is killing you.
Burge Brizzle. He said
it's
Xbox
just cockiness,
Perks gave
man.
me Peacock Premium WrestleMania, baby. WrestleMania. Go ahead then. Shout out to
oh no, man.
Xbox
That's all
Perks.
about that Bel Air, bro.
Go ahead, continue. Sorry, Ham. I thought you was done when you had that. When you did that.
Honestly,
I am done.
Oh, okay.
I've been watching that show, Bel Air. It's fucking fire, man.
I know
it's
fire.
I know.
That shit's
They did
fire.
my boy Carlton wrong, though, man. They're doing my boy Carlton extra wrong.
They do him wrong.
My man's a drug addict now. What's
Damn,
happening?
they got him like that. Good grief! I was gonna let you know.
I've been telling you about Bel Air since last year, dude.
I know. Well, dude, it's because you know why? It's Peacock. You know, there's so many different there's so many different streaming services. It's just it's hard to keep up with everything.
I know but that Bel Air is the lick.
It is. It's good, man. The PSVR, you know, I wasn't surprised about it, to be honest. I'm not. I couldn't care less about, you know, do I want to get one? Yeah, probably if it was cheaper. You know, like if it was like $200, I'd get it. You know, I'd pick that up.
Yeah.
You know, heck yeah,
$200. Yeah,
I know it's not going to be that. I know it's not going to be that low, but you know, you can actually use the DualSense on it. So just so you know, you can use it.
No, I'm
Yes, you
talking
can.
about
Yes,
the
you can.
DualSense for the VR.
He's talking about the controllers for
Oh,
the
the DualSense for the
controllers are
VR.
DualSense.
Yeah, for the
Well,
VR.
they are
yeah.
DualSense, so that's weird that it wouldn't be able to use on PCs. This- It doesn't make sense for them to not put that on PC. Like, I get that they're trying to like slowly put things on PC, so then it looks like they're kind of growing on PC, but
That
you
was
know
an epic fail.
I think
on
I
them.
don't yeah I don't think not putting like not having a compatible PC definitely hurts them with it. And I hear so many people saying, well, it's only been out like a month, so we got to give it time. And I'm just like, yeah, but I mean,
Our
VR
commodities
is
get
already
picked up, yeah,
but
early.
VR is already a niche market, though.
It's big on PC though.
So it is big on
Big
PC.
on PC.
No, I know it's big on certain. I know it's big on PC, but it's not. It's not to the point to where everybody's playing a VR headset,
No.
right? Or nobody, not everyone has. I go into the store all the time, still see Oculus Quest, stuff there because the people, at least people around here, I don't know about in other states, but like here in California, majority of people just don't really care about that stuff. They would rather just most gamers would just rather just play regular games. But um and I'm not saying that everybody is like that. It's not true because that wouldn't be the case. But I think it's just so niche that not to put it on PC was a mistake. I even thought that not being compatible with the PC with the first one was a mistake because the first one, but I understand why they didn't do it because of the fact that they had so many damn cables for that damn thing, man.
Yeah.
That thing had like I think they were saying that
There
it
were
had at
better
least like
VRs at the time.
there was
too.
right. There was also better VRs too at that time, like you said, Sir X Man. And it's just, I think it's just in that, uh, I was. You heard me like what a couple months ago when they were like, "Oh yeah, we got so many games for PC and for VR," and I'm all like sitting here like, where are the damn games that aren't VR? Where are the damn games
Right.
that you guys
I
have?
remember that stretch they went to. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I was just like,
Uh,
what are you guys doing? Like, why do you guys? I understand that's coming out, but like you do realize that there's a lot of people that just don't give a crap about VR. Like, I mean, I think the majority of people who care about that type of stuff are the hardcore
I
for the
want
most
VR
part.
for my racing game.
Like,
I
I
just
don't.
can't get it right now.
Yeah, I just think I don't think that the majority of like gamers, which are the casual market, care about that stuff. They're just like, yeah, whatever.
it's not the
I'll
right
go play
product.
my Call of Duty or I'll go play my Madden or whatever, whatever it is. They just don't care about that. They
Yeah.
care about, just playing the games that they've been playing for eons.
And one more note, Dark, and you guys, they also make it only proprietary. The only way you can get it is through the Sony store. They don't have
Yeah,
it
yeah.
anywhere else. You can't just go in and pick it up.
Yes.
They probably would have
that's
had more people buying it if they had places where they could just go and pick it up.
Oh, they didn't want to do that because of the scalpers.
No, they didn't. No, it wasn't because the scalpers.
No.
It's just they want all the money. They don't want to have to split.
Yeah,
the
they don't want to.
percentage.
No,
They don't
because
want to.
if it was scalpers, then Xbox would do it now with their Elite Series controllers, like they did, because when that Series Elite 2 and then the Series Elite,
I love my Elite too.
what was it? The Elite,
Yeah, I finally
the
succumbed
white
to the
one, the
throat
white
needle
one,
and got me
yeah,
one.
the white
Yeah.
one right there,
Oh,
the one that he's
shit.
got,
You
the
done
white one,
woke
yeah,
up and smelled the coffee, didn't you?
they released those in stores right away. They released those right away as soon like and PlayStation's just like, well, we'll just do it on because they've seen people they've seen traffic go to that website directplaystation.com. Every time I turn around now, like every time I want to get like exclusive to PlayStation, it's sold out because people are hip to the website now, and I'm just like, I mean, it's not like they weren't hip to it before, but it's just like there was that's where I got my PlayStation 5 was from Direct PlayStation, so it was and then I was able to get all the other stuff that I have for it from there, except for that I got the Edge from GameStop because they actually have a warranty program, unlike freaking Direct PlayStation.
So
Just
you
so you know, if you
wasted $200 on that shitty ass controller.
no,
Man, stop that, Viper. Let that man buy what he want, man.
Actually, I saved $30 on it. I actually paid $30 on it.
Oh my God, Viper!
So it was the same price as the Series 2.
The disrespect this
when
man
that came
has.
out, when that first came out.
Oof.
So I saved some money. I know how to hustle.
No, the Series 2 was 180 when it came out. It was only $180.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to wrap it up.
Yeah,
well, either way, we're just in the time of a just niche market for that.
I can't make it. We didn't hear your point on it.
My point is this. I don't care. You laughing at how I'm dressed? You laughing at me?
I never ever.
Oh, she's over making fun because I said my point. I don't care. I don't care. Listen. PC gamers did dirty from The Last of Us. I'm glad that there's 2 games that I was going to pull the trigger on because I just wanted, because I just went crazy on them spring sales, and one was Need for Speed Unbound on PC, and the other one was The Last of Us on PC, and I backed up on both of them because I was like, I already got the Need for Speed on Xbox. There ain't no need for me to try it. So what I did is that I subscribed to the EA
Origin.
Yeah, Origin. And so I just let me start playing it. It's busted on PC. Unbound is busted. It's busted. So I escaped that, and then Last of Us, I'm like, man, I'm finna get it, and I'm like, man, well, just wait, because the price
just pull a Greg Miller, man.
No, man, no, bro, ain't happening. I didn't pay all this money for this rig to build this rig to sit there and to buy a PlayStation that's gonna sit there and collect dust. It ain't happening. So no, it's not happening. I got my PlayStation 4 for that. I'm sorry, baby. Okay, I'll turn you later on. Just
oh my God, get off the camera.
I don't mean no disrespect. Anyway,
Get a room. Oh wait,
no, that's me and Xbox. We over here saying that. Anyway,
man,
no, stop that. Somebody take a clip of that. That's over for me. But I just, man, it was just. It's like you. I'm like you, Dark. If it was $200, I would get it. I would try it out. I know that I'm not going to be using it that often. The eye herpes.
But it was his own eye herpes.
Yeah, true, because I'm not letting anybody else put it on. So.
Yeah, you're not gonna have anybody else use it.
No, you ain't putting your nasty ass face on my VR.
Let the wife try it.
Hell no, she got bone. No, I ain't doing no eye herpes.
Shoot,
if anybody seen the eye herpes, you don't want the eye herpes. People thought I was lying, but I was like, no, eye herpes, son. You put that thing on. And I remember when I very first tried to, I went to Best Buy and I put one on, and I was seeing the alcohol wipes, and I was like, okay. So I wiped it down and stuff, and looked at it. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. All right, whatever. Price is too high. And so then my eye got a little red, and so then I was like, man, why is my eye a little red? I was a little red, but then so I was like, why is it so irritating? And then that's when I read on it, and it talked about eye herpes, and so I just call it the eye herpes,
It said, you mean the eye strain?
No, eye
pink
herpes.
Really?
No,
there's real eye herpes.
There is a thing called eye herpes, and it comes from people putting on something like a VR headset or like, you know, somebody's glass. And if they sweat, then that sweat will get in. If that sweat gets into the eye,
somebody must have been really sweaty on that one side.
Yeah, man. Like I wiped it down with alcohol before I put it on, and I was like, "Holy shit!" You know what I'm saying? And my eye was turned red.
They must have been drenched on that one side.
Yeah.
Drenched.
They must have just been sweaty, just nasty, man. That's why I said these stands out here, man. They don't. Yo, Greg, we were talking about PC games. Don't bathe, man. That's some bitch out there, boy. Man, you stands need to. Man, that boy needs some water, some soap. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? Some holy water cleansing. Anyway,
that's when I get out of here, man. Ain't nobody touching it when I get
one. So I ain't touching no VR, man, like that. I mean, if it gets to a good price, it is what it is. But I don't know, man. How long do you think that Sony is going to hold on to VR before they say, nah, man, we're done? How long you think?
You mean succumb to the throat needle?
Yeah, succumb to the throat needle. That's it.
At the rate that they're going, I highly doubt they'll even budge on it.
Sony won't give up on it yet.
Yeah. I give it till 2025. If the sales don't improve by 2025, they're gonna stop it.
They're not gonna stop it that early, man. They at least let the Vita go out for a little last for a little while.
The Vita, when did the Vita go out? It went out like after it came out or something like that.
The Vita, So I would give it till sometime probably
they'll let it live for a while.
Middle of next generation, and then they'll just like, man, this shit.
Middle of next generation, dang man, I don't know if I go that far. I don't know if I go that far.
I said the middle of next generation, then Sony's gonna partner up with somebody. They ain't gonna be doing that.
Kim Megan, as soon as Sony kills their VR in about 3-4 years from now, then Microsoft gonna come out and say, "We got you totally wireless. Let's go."
Oh my goodness. Anyway,
totally wireless.
Guys, let's get the hell out of here, man.
That's what Phil wanted. Totally wireless. Ain't that right, Hams?
Goodness. Sir X-Man, where can they find you at, brother?
Totally wireless.
Where can they find you at, Sir X-Man?
Fun.
I'm checked out.
Yeah, he drinking some damn what is that? Orange juice?
Arizona tea.
Oh man, you dry as a bone, man. You better drink some damn water, like me.
I drink water too, but I like Arizona sweet tea.
That's fine. So nothing wrong with that. Well, where can they find you at, man?
I don't know yet. I'm still trying to work it out. Everybody, I got some stuff I'm going through. Oh, you talk and say that shit, huh, Hams? Ain't that a bitch?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
You got too many light-skinned brothers in here.
For the win.
Dark light-skinned too, man.
Yeah.
For the win. For the win. For the win.
I'm like I'm so white. The white on my light just
you ain't white, you
doesn't even bounce off.
Brown,
it just
Yeah, I gotta take my light ass too. I can't wait to go to Cozumel, man. Go ahead and get a tan, bro, because I'm over here like, damn, I'm over here looking pasty. All right,
paste.
I know it's the gamer place. That's that gamer place. Yep. Playing these big games like Valhalla and Persona 5 and all the Mass Effects and all the rest. Yeah, so you stay inside a lot. Viper, appreciate you coming through, bro. I thought you wasn't gonna come through, but it was good to hear your thoughts. And so, where can they find you at, man?
You'll find me on Xbox and PC at RG Viper X. I'm rarely on Twitter, but if I do go on Twitter, oh my goodness, it's because it's a shit show.
Just like watching the Venom.
Yeah, when I see Viper on Twitter, I'm like, oh, I better stay off of Twitter for the day.
All right.
I know he's gonna go
it's
off.
something good.
Yeah.
And the pony's gonna get roasted.
Dark, where can they find you at, brother? Appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, man. You guys can find me on Twitter, Dark Onimus. You can also find me on Xbox and PlayStation at the same name. You can also find me here on YouTube at Dark Onimus. And we will be live streaming tomorrow Resident Evil 4 Remake at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And as always, K Mega has been a blast, bro. I love podcasting.
Appreciate it. I love it too, bro. Appreciate you being.
Glad you
And then
okay.
last but not least,
Yeah, thanks, man.
Ham Solo, building a city, man. So it's probably a bunch of you know what I'm saying, because he'll be a slumlord. You got to watch out for a person like him. Look at that hair. Look at that hair. That's a person. You gonna pay rent to somebody with hair like that? Hell no. You gonna pay rent to somebody with hair like that? Hell no. That man come to me and say, man, that's how that man. That's how that man. What's up? This right here now. This here right there. This gonna be about 1,200 a month. And then if you got any pets, so you can't trust that brother, man. You can't trust him.
Us, dude. Look at him.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry about the ads. I did find out where they were, and I didn't cut them off. But Ham, where can they find you at, man? You're the slumlord.
Okay, so
Oh my God.
I was just waiting for you to be done. Okay, so yeah, you can find you can find me here every Friday, 8 p.m. But if you want to check me out on my own channel, it's TSWS Gaming on YouTube. Just got done having a show earlier today with Loke, Cozy Beluga, and Kay Asante. It was a really good show. Oh yeah, and Matt likes games too as well. God, I always forget that he joined us as well. So it feels terrible that I said that. But yeah, he joined us as a regular panel member. Really dope dude. He has his own channel as well. But anyways, and then if you want to holler at me at all about anything or whatnot, or you got any questions for whatever reason, hit me up on Twitter at HamSolo05Gaming. There you go.
Great
Who you
stuff.
got next
Great
week
stuff.
for Behind Them Sticks, man?
Okay, so for next week on Behind Them Sticks, oh dang, who do I have? Man, Mike Mullis. Mike Mullis.
Up, man. I'm trying to get out of here, Sir X, man.
I have like a month and a half. I have like a month and a half already set away. I got Lord Cognito coming sometime soon, as well as Fextra's lead, Rick coming on as well. I got a lot of people coming on. It's gonna be pretty dope. But next week on Bullsitting, it's gonna be Doc Dark,
Nice.
1985.
There's
So it
levels
should
to
be
this.
there will be a lot of levels to that
That dude's wild,
to
man.
that show. He is a wild man. He's really fun though. He's a good dude. So thanks, K Megan. That's it.
Good deal. As you sit here having that long ass outro, all these damn people and
I
shit.
was
Nobody
provoked.
cares
I was
about
done
that.
until Sir
Time
X
to
Man said
go.
that.
But
Hey,
I'll
you know
help
what
you
I'm saying?
advertise. You almost forgot it.
what,
dude.
what is this? Why
What's
did
wrong
man
with you?
look? He ain't paying me for no advertising. See, I should be calling him. Now see right here now. This gonna cost you like $1.30 for each time you do it. You take that now. Every time now. Every time gonna cost you $1.30 to advertise something from your show, boy. Anyway, all right. Let me get the hell out. All right, guys. Thank you for coming to check it out, GRG. Live. I know the beginning of the show was an absolute ridiculous, hot ass mess. We were late. And then, okay, I will definitely get the ads off. I found out where they were. You know what? YouTube over here, man, hey, K-Mega, we want to out, bro. I appreciate it, but the people are mad at me because I did hit that check button, or they already had the button checked. But either way, I got to uncheck it. So, you know what I'm saying? So people, the ads going on the podcast. Anybody got anything to say before I get out here? No, hell no, you ain't got nothing to say. We out, P! Oh, yeah, hold on, wait. Before, because everything's going to close down if I don't say it right. You know what? It is still time to get out and do something. It's Friday night. It was a nice, beautiful day. It was windy as hell, though. But still, night is the night to get it right. You out there and you ready to hit the spots, remember, protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? And go find that girl that was talking about how she liked to please her man 6-7 times a day. That was she's extraordinary. So anyway,
yeah, I saw that. I was like,
yeah, that's wild. That's wild. But yeah.
Oh,
you know what?
Pippin?
Huh?
Pippin's old wife?
No. Not Scottie Pippen's wife.
Yeah.
She's definitely out there.
She's insane.
Satisfying. She's foul. She's foul. Because she's down for the pants off dance off, which is fantastic. She's a beautiful woman, but she's doing Pittman dirty by dating Michael Jordan's son. Like, that is the ultimate disrespect right there. I don't know, that women can be very, very foul. Anyway, everybody, yeah, that is bad business. Everybody have a good one. Have a good blessed night. Peace.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.